Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to UltimateDirtTV Miller Family Trucking Esports League. It's the DirtFan.com Big Block Modified. I'm Alex Robinson, Matt Bailey alongside of Jacob Perlman, our producer for tonight's action. And Matt, Big Block for the first time this game, and now Eldora. This is going to be a heck of a show.
Yeah, definitely not wrong there, Alex, mate. She's going to be a ripper of a show here tonight. Obviously, big block modifieds. These things are absolute weaponry around here at Eldora Speedway, and I can't wait to see what's going to go down tonight.
See here, Nick Cooper right now is at the top of the time chart for qualifying. Blake Jules, last week's winner in the UMPs. They get alternating every other week. This week, the DirtFan.com Big Block Modified UMP will be in action again next week. But right now, Eldora Speedway on tap. 41 drivers in the pits for this one. And it's going to be a heck of a show. You again, Cooper, Majulis, Johnson, Gage, and Shane James right now with top 5. And just look at the names in the top 10. You have Bill Miller, Dustin Hall. Big setup. So this is anyone's race here for now.
Yeah, definitely right there, Alex, as well, mate, as well as you've got the 13 car out there on screen at the moment. As well, I do believe that was Sage Luther there. He's down in 21st quick at the moment with a 16.7 second lap. As we're about to go into heat racing, Alex.
Race number 1 on the grid, and starting on the pole, he set quick time tonight, the 35. It's Nick Cooper. Outside of him, the 30. Since he speed, it's Shane James.
Position number 3 will be the 331 machine of Dustin Hall for Slick Sim Sports. Position number 4 will be the 74 machine of Kurt Ney.
Bobby Mattingly will start on the inside of row number 3 to the outside. It's that 13 machine of Sage Luther.
Position number 7 will be the 22 car of Brendan Boyles, I think it's pronounced. And Tyler Schultz will start the 97 car out of position number 8.
Campbell will start on the inside of row number 5 to the outside, the 2 of Garrett Adams. And rounding out the field for Corbett Motorsports, it's the 40 of Drew Corbett. 4 heat races on tap tonight. Top 4 go on to your main event. Everyone else to the last chance qualifier. And man, oh man, 4 heat races here at Eldora. This track will get slick really quickly. And well, this heat race, this is anyone's game. Not many big names here tonight. So we might have an upset on our hands. You know, Blake Majulis, he just won a big race not too long ago in the spring fling. That was on the UltimateDirtTV. Now, can anyone knock off that man?
Yeah, it's going to be difficult to knock off Blake Majulis, I reckon. Obviously, with Blake and the way that he controls, certain different race cars as well, it's always good to see him here at Big Block Modified. We saw him at the spring fling, and I tuned in on that one, Alex, and I tell you what, mate, she was a hell of a race.
Another race indeed here. We are about to go green. Lights will go out this time by Nick Cooper, Shane James on the front row for heat race number 1. And you know what, Matt? We'll go a little pick here. Who is taking home the win in heat race number 1?
I'm going to go with the pole sitter, Nick Cooper. I've seen this guy race Sprintcars. I've seen this guy race plate models. And mate, I know what this guy can do in that 35 car. I haven't seen him race with Big Block Modified yet, so I'm taking a chance on this one. And we'll go from there, mate. What about yourself?
I'm going to go with the guy who came home in second last week, the 331. Dustin Hall come from the 3rd spot to take home it. Heat race number 1, new Big Block season underway, and Nick Cooper leads us into turn 1 and 2.
Yeah, down to turns 1 and 2. How about it, race fans? Cooper on the top side. Running the boards down like a boss. Drifts down low into turns 3 and 4. Again, drifts up high out of turn number 4. This time by down the main straightaway as they kick over to lap number 2.
Cooper is again this track already taking some wear and tear, widen up a little bit already. And Nick Cooper showing that top side is the quick way. Dustin Hall battling it out right now with Shane James for that 2nd spot. Shane James in the 1 on the inside, Dustin Hall to the outside, lap 2 in the books. It's still Nick Cooper.
Yeah, saw Dustin Hall just catch the outside concrete wall there last time around the speedway. And, well, it's going to be on like Donkey Kong here tonight, Alex.
See there, Bobby Mattingly right now in that 4th and final transfer spot to the show. There's Sage Luther in 5th, that 13 machine. Also Kurt Nye as well in the mix. Tyler Schultz back there in 7th. But right now, keep an eye on this battle as Sage Luther catching up to that 3 of Bobby Mattingly. Mattingly holds on to the 4 spot. 4 down, 4 to run here in heat race number 1.
Good as this, race fans. Nick Cooper still your race leader, and the battles are on all over the racetrack. How good. Dustin Hall closing ever so slightly on Nick Cooper there in the 35 machine. As we look at Shane James back there in position number 3 as well. There's the 13 car of Sage Luther and Kurt Nair as well in the 74 machine. They're almost 3 wide into turns number 3 and 4. How good is this with 2 to run?
Run in this battle for that 4th and final spot might be heating up soon as you see all these cars coming after that 3 of Bobby Mattingly. White flag coming out this time by for Nick Cooper in the 35. There it is, the white flag for Cooper. 35 machine through 1 and 2. There's Dustin Hall behind him, but he's going to have to give it everything he got if he wants heat race number 1 victory. Down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. It looks like it's all said and done here. 35, Nick Cooper started on the pole here. He is going to win heat race number 1. Dustin Hall in second. Shane James and Bobby Mattingly going on to the show as well.
How good is this, race fans? And hey, Alex, it's 1-0.
Yeah, it's 1-0. You picked the pole spinner there. So Nick Cooper coming home with the win. And here we go, heat race number 2. And well, first off, here he is, man who's $5,000 richer, the 127 D1RT. It's Blake Majulis to the outside, the 23 of Bodie Parker.
Position number 3 for Mid-South Dirtslingers is the 34 of Bill Miller. Position number 4 is the 16 machine, also for Mid-South Dirtslingers. It's Brennan Weeks.
Austin in the 92. He will start 5th to the outside of him, the 28. It is Wade Fields.
Position number 7 will be the 39 machine of Jane Hansen. Position number 8 will be the 67 of Donnie Batiste.
Rob Johnson from Team Outlaw Motorsports starts in the 9th spot, and rounding out the field, the 99 for Ace Motorsports, it's Nick Baum.
Well, race fans, how good will be heat race number 2? Alex, I know who you're going to choose, so you might as well get it on the table now.
I'm going with when he's hot, he's hot. He won 2 last week here with the Miller Family Trucking eSports League. I am going with the 127, Blake Majulis, starting on the pole. He's winning this heat race.
Yeah, I thought so. Well, I'm not too sure who I'm going to go yet. I'm not very fancy with all these drivers, so I think I might go with the guy on the outside of the front row. We'll go with, who we got? Bodie Parker on the outside of the front row there. Well, race fans, big block modifiers. These cars take some controlling around the speedway. They're not always flat out there. Almost about 3/4 to half throttle around this racetrack as we're getting set to go once again. 8 laps on the board. Heat race number 2, we're green.
Blake Majulis leads us into turn 1 and 2, that 127. He saw something in heat race number 1, and it said that top side is dangerous here tonight already. As you see Brody Parker trying to catch up as well, the 23. He's 115 on the car, 23 on that scoring sheet tonight. So Brody Parker, Blake Majulis 1 and 2 in lap number 1.
How good. And I tell you what, Parker is hanging right there with Majulis. But Majulis on the top side of the speedway, too good running the cushion. The 127 Industries of Blake Majulis. How good, they're almost 3 wide into turns 1 and 2 with the 3 machine there, Wade Fields, as well in the mixture there, Alex.
Fields right now holding on to that 4th spot. He's going to the inside of Corey Austin. There's Bill Miller in the 34 machine. Miller Family Trucking on the side of that machine. As those 3 cars battling it out, one will not make the show from those guys, but you also have Baum, Batiste, and Hansen right behind him here. So you have 4 through 8 all battling it out right now. A lot of contact. Donnie Batiste, he's going to make the move to the inside. He takes over that 4th and final transfer spot with 4 to run.
How good was that move on the inside by Batiste? What a race this is. The 92 machine of Corey Austin still there in position number 3. Miller now up to position number 4 in the 34 machine. And Batiste back in position number 5 right now. But how good, Majulis. Parker, he hasn't got away so far yet. The 115 car there on the top side of the speedway closed ever so slightly on Majulis there out of turn 4. It's across the stripe now with 2 to run.
What an action-packed heat race number 2. Blake Majulis right now to the top side. UC Parker trying to go to the inside there on out of the turn. Right now goes back up top. He lost some time. Going to exit on the bottom side once more. White flag in the air for Blake Majulis. Bodie Parker is in the second spot. That is Corey Austin. Bill Miller takes back that 4th spot. But here it goes down into turn 3 and 4. 127, Mr. Moneybags, Blake Majulis. He is going to win heat race number 2. Bodie Parker in second, and wait till you see this one. Corey Austin, Bill Miller going on to the show once more.
Yeah, how good is this, race fans? And I tell you what, this guy is on fire here tonight as we get your grid up right now for heat race number 3. Two heat races left in the books for tonight, race fans. And here is your grid from position number 1 with the 21 machine of Camden Johnson. Position number 2 on his outside with the 1 machine all the way from Canada is Blake Near.
20 of Timothy Korkakowski. He starts 3rd, and to the outside up north eSports, the 38 of Rico Robles.
We've lost the grid. Just as we come back to the grid right now, position number 5 with the 9 machine for Mecca Motorsports is the number 9 machine of Connor McGowan. Position number 6 would be the 69 car of Scott Bittinger.
Kyle Johnson in 27. He starts 7th. To the outside, it is Ted Emmenheiser in the 8.
Position number 9 will be the 11 car of Lance Heinberger. I can't pronounce that one. That's a bit of a mouthful. And Brendan Surratt will start 073 from 10.
10 cars once more in heat race number 3. Another 4 will go on to the show. Everyone else, last chance qualifiers for them. But look at that car to the outside. It has 127 Industries. Wait for that, Matt. You'll be on the call for me later on. Pro late models. That rounds out here tonight. You go ABR Setup Shop, 360 wing sprint cars. That follows up these big blocks. Then that nightcap. It is going to be the Native Pride Racing Pro late model, brought to you by 127 Industries. That's going to be a barn burner to burn the house down tonight, but green flag is out. Heat race number 3 underway.
As we head down to turns 1 and 2, Johnston with an early race lead into turns 1 and 2. How good is this? Blake Near in the 14 car, still back there in position 2. Here comes Robles to the inside in the 3 machine. Rico Robles down to the inside, tries to pull a slider, couldn't get the job done though. How good is Blake Near on the top side, the 14 machine? How good on the top side of the speedway right now. Robles again on the inside of Near. But your race leader is Camden Johnston.
So Robles right now running in the 3rd spot. Hits the wall there. That's going to slow his time up. Camden Johnson looks strong. Pass for the 4th spot. Timothy Korkakowski and Connor McGowan going at it. McGowan going to slide up. Oh, watch out. A little bit of contact there between him and Robles. But everyone keeps it clean and green. McGowan takes over the 4th spot. But here comes the Hornet's Nest. Korkakowski, Johnson, Heimberger, all behind them, coming for that 4th spot.
Yeah, definitely right as well, Alex. There was a bit of contact down the back of the pack as well. So, Robles in the Toyota Racing Development number 21 machine trying to get the job done now as we got the first yellow on the speedway for tonight.
Flag out here is your UltimateDirtTV instant replay. And we saw it live, but here it is. Everyone coming for that 4th spot. That final transfer spot. We're 3 wide there. And contact. Oh, boy. And it looks like Lance Heimberger there in the 9. He's going to get some hard contact into the wall. He is out of heat race action here. Hopefully we'll see him back in the consolation round later on after heat race number 4. But man, oh man, 4 laps in the book. And can we talk about that? This heat race, again, not disappointing with these big blocks.
No, it's never disappointing, is it? And it's actually the first time I've called a big block race officially, though. So it's pretty exciting to be here tonight. Alex, I tell you what, mate. It's, well, I never get, it's never boring when you see these cars around this racetrack.
Yeah, we had a great opening weekend last week. You had the UMPs burn the house down first at Lanier, then the 360s, which Alex Bergeron took home the win. But again, we talked about it earlier. Blake Majulis at 127. Heck of a week for him. taking home 2 wins last Sunday, then going and winning the Spring Fling. So he is running a hot hand tonight. Can anyone cool off that 127, or will it be the same suit for him as he did last Sunday?
Yeah, well, it's always it's going to be different every race, Alex, as well. So as we're getting set to go back to the green flag, we four laps left to go as they cross the stripe now. And Camden Johnson will lead us down to turns 1 and 2. Blake Neer still back there in position number 2 at the moment, and Robbles, the Toyota Racing Development, Christopher Bell painted scheme on the 21 machine for tonight as well, into turns 3 and 4 this time by now with 3 laps left to go.
Rico Robles looking strong in that 3rd spot. Again, Connor McGowan, he got an impressive start there, as did the rest of this top 4. It might right at the end to Scott Bittinger there and Kyle Johnson. Those 2 on the outside looking at a transfer spot. Speaking of that transfer spot, who's going to be putting it here as McGowan goes to the inside here of Robles. Robles on the top side right now. Pressure going to be applied here to Rico Robles now, because with these 2 battling, Bittinger and Johnson catching up real quick.
Yeah, definitely made as well. Out of turn 4 this time by race fans. White flag is out. Last time around the speedway for heat race number 3. And Camden Johnston, can he get the job done? Can he hold on? 2 more corners around the speedway. Out of turn, into turns 3, out of turn number 4. This time by Camden Johnson will get the job done in the number 6 machine, sorry. And you'll see Blake Neer in position number 2, and Robbles will be good enough to hold down position number 3. As well as we're going to get set to go into the final heat race for tonight. Alex, last heat race is upon us, mate. 4th
and final heat race upon us here. And if it's anything like those last 3, we're in for another great one. And starting on the pole, the 14, it's Jordan Gage. To the outside, HRE 68, it is Darren Literal.
Position number 3 with a 999 of Corey Sibley. Position number 4 with a 15 machine. All the way out of the Midwest, it's Cody Johnson.
Russell Berry in the 84, he will start 5th. And outside 32, Team Outlaw Motorsports, it is BJ Duvall.
Position number 7 will be the 41 of Jory Gotham. Position number 8 with the 500 machine of Tyler Berry.
Cody Gatsky for Bandit Brothers starts in the 9th spot, and outside rounding out the field, the 51 of Tyler Vanderkamp.
Well, race fans, let's see who your picks are for heat race number 4. Alex, well, last heat race is upon us, mate. Who is your pick in this one?
You know what, we're going to break the tie here. Hopefully we break the tie, or we're going into the feature tied here. But I'm going to go starting on the pole. Jordan Gage gets it done from that pole position.
Yeah, we'll see what Darren Literal can do on the outside. I'm going to go with the 68 car on the outside of the front row there. Very nice looking machine for Darren Literal tonight. As well, race fans are looking to go 3 wide on the start as well. As we're great out of turn number 4. 8 laps on the board once again. Down to turns 1 and 2. And well, your early race leader is Jordan Gage. And Darren Literal back there in position number 2. At the moment, the 68 machine goes to the inside of Gage right now. Couldn't get the job done, though, as they kick over to lap number 2, Alex.
2 lap, here we go. Darren Literal, Corey Sibley now. Sibley goes to the inside of Literal. He's going to take over that 2nd spot momentarily. Here comes Cody Johnson as well. These top 4 are right there together. Who's going to take all these spots? Darren Literal holds on to the 2nd spot, 2 in the books. Corey Sibley right now still goes to that inside.
Yes, you can see Sibley, they're trying to really power down in that race car, as well as they go into turns number 3 and 4 this time by Literal. Closed ever so slightly on Gage. Couldn't get the job completed, though. Corey Sibley still back there in position number 3 in the 9 machine, as well the top side of the speedway, trying to bang the boards down. Here tonight right now with 5 laps left to go. Out of turn 4 this time by, they'll see the cross flags halfway home, Alex.
Way 4 down, 4 to run. Jordan Gage still out in front there. Literal still in 2nd. Sibley and Johnson still that top 4 right now. Russell Berry on the outside looking in 1 spot away from getting into the show. Jordan Gage into the wall, into the catch fence. Problems there. Caution flag waves. And oh, what a way to end there for the 14 Jordan Gage Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. We saw it live, but we're going to look at this once more. He's leading the race in that zero machine, Jordan Gage, and he's just going to get up into that rough stuff, and up over he goes into the catch fence. And what a tough break when you're leading the heat race.
Yeah, they're going to have to do some repairs on that safety catch fence, I reckon, because he took out half of it in turn number 3. So, as they're single file right now, race fans, they're going to go back to 4 laps left to run. So they go back to the last recorded lap when the yellow flag comes out. And your race leader is Darren Littoral. Corey Sibley in position number 2 and Cody Johnson in 3. Russell Berry will round out your top 4. The yellow lights will go out this time by around the speedway, and then we'll go back to green flag racing here at the Eldora Speedway. Final heat race of the night, and then we'll get into the pointy end of the field for tonight as well. So Jordan Gage back to the pit area on the virtual tow truck in the zero car. Well, race fans, it's going to get busy here right now. Alex, bring us back to the restart.
Lights are out. 68. Darren Littoral going to fire us back off. Pace truck in. Green flag back out here for heat race number 4, final heat race of the night. And Darren Littoral out in front. Corey Sibley in second. But can we see if Sibley has anything? You got your 4 wide momentarily there. Sibley, Johnson, Berry, and Tyler Berry there, all battling it out. One of those cars will not make the show, and oh my goodness, we're going 4 wide once more. Sibley holds on to second, Johnson holds on to third, and Russell Berry still in that 4th spot.
Whoa, boy, it's busy right now on the speedway with 2 laps left to go. Down the back straight away, Darren Littoral is your race leader. Down the main straightaway right now, and the white flag flies. Littoral, here comes Sibley once again with a slider. Couldn't get the job done. Littoral too good on the top side of the speedway. Down to turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Darren Littoral will get the job done in the 68 machine. Corey Sibley in 2. And Cody Johnson will bring us home in position number 3. Alex, well, that was busy there for a little while.
What a finish there for your final heat race. And man, oh man, that is the way to end heat race action. But here we go. C main action on tap, and the cars will go on. So let's see here as we look. 12 laps the distance for this C main. Top 4 go on to your last chance qualifier, which will be 14 laps. 8 will go on to your A main event. So here we go. Your C main grid getting ready to file up here. And oh boy, starting on the pole, the 51 of Tyler Van de Kamp, and to the outside, it's Brandon Voiles.
Position number 3 will be the 39 machine, the Canadian of Jane Hansen. Position number 4 will be the 8 machine of Ted Emenhauser.
Corey Goffin in the 41, he starts 5th. To the outside, the 10, it's David Campbell.
Position number 7 will be the 16 car of Brennan Weeks. Position number 8 will be the 11 machine of Lance Heimberger.
Cody Gatsky in the 37, he starts 9th. To the outside, the 2, Garrett Adams will start in that 10th spot.
Position number 11 will be the 121 of Brian Johnson for Team Outlaw Motorsports. And on his outsides in the 12th spot will be the 73 machine of Brendan Surratt. Well, race fans, how good. Top 4, 12 laps onto the B main for tonight. So this is the second last chance to get into the big dance. Well, how good. C main action out on the speedway right now. They line up in 2x2 formation. Van de Kamp and Voiles line up behind the iRacing.com official pace truck as the yellow lights will go out. Who's going to get the job done here tonight in the C main? This is what we technically call the alphabet soup, race fans. Whoever makes it onto the B main in the top 4, they'll have to do it all again in a few moments' time after this one once again. So, pace go off to the infield. 12 laps on the board. We're green. here at the Eldora Speedway for tonight's C-Main, and well, Vanderkamp quickly down to turns 1 and 2. Voil's still back there in position number 2 right now in the 2 machine, as well as Jory Gotham as well, trying to get the job done in the 39 car. Couldn't make it happen though, as the another 39 machine out there as well. That's Brennan Weeks, moves up to position number 3 as well in that number 39X. We'll go with 39X for tonight because we've got 2 39 cars out there. So, Alex, we're rolling up over to lap number 3, and we're still 3 and 4 wide in the pack.
3-4 wide indeed. Top 4 go on to that last chance qualifier. Jory Gotham right now has Jane Hansen on that battle for him. 3 wide. Oh boy, slide job by Jane Hansen there. Takes over the 3rd spot right now. Jory Gotham trying to battle as well. Brandon Boyle's in that mix. 4 cars go on to the B main here. Vanderkamp and Brennan Weeks right now are your 1 and 2. Jordan Gage, he's in 6th. Remember, he had that catastrophe when he was running up front. But look right now, they're starting to pull away. And this front pack is a hornet's nest fighting for those final 4 spots.
Wow, how good that 3 wide into turns 1 and 2. Heading down the back straight away. How good. Vanderkamp trying to hold the line in the middle part of the speedway. Oh, Weeks trying to run away with this one right now. We're halfway home. 6 laps down and 6 laps left to go. Down the back straight away into turns number 3 and 4. Brennan Weeks is your race leader. The race is on big time right now, and it's all for the final transfer spot into tonight's B main as we roll down the back straight away this time by only a handful of laps left to run. Into turns number 3 and 4. Looks like we're going to cover mechanical issues there on the bottom side of the speedway. That's Jane Hansen in the 39X car right now. So,
battle for the lead was on. Jane Hansen there going after, but there comes Vanderkamp. Jordan Gage in the mix as well. Gage up to the 3rd spot. Can he hold on and make it into that B main? Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you signed up to see tonight. Brendan Weeks, Jane Hansen, Jordan Gage, and Tyler Vanderkamp. Your top 4 right now, but Jory Gotham and Brandon Boyles. Watch those 2, because those 2 are gaining on them very quickly right now. Vanderkamp has some pressure at 51. Needs to hold on for 3 more laps. Can he do it? That 39 is coming right to the outside. And oh man, Jory Gotham gets by, and he is in that final transfer spot.
Yeah, how good. It's all down right now with 2 laps left to run around the speedway. Vanderkamp trying to get the job done as well. He's back in position number 5. He's way out of the race right now. Brendan Weeks is your race leader into turns number 3 and 4. Jordan Gage. Remember, Alex, he had that a bit of a hiccup in heat race number 4 as well, and he had to do it all again here tonight in the C main. So, as we head down the back straight away for the final time into turn number 3 and 4, it's going to be the 12 machine. Oh, Brendan Weeks will cross the line home in position number 1. How good, race fans. Jordan Gage will come home in 2. Jane Hansen in 3, and Jory Gotham will come home in position number 4. As we'll move on to your last chance qualifier to get into the show for tonight. And Alex, we've got the grid coming your way.
Here we go, last chance qualifier, 14 laps. 8 go on to the feature event. Sage Luther in the 13. He will start on the pole and to the outside. The 99 for Ace Motorsports. It's Nick Baum.
Position number 3, the Pennsylvanian. The 69 machine of Scott Bittinger. Position number 4 with the 84 machine of Russell Berry.
And the 74 from Pennsylvania. He starts 5th to the outside. The 67 for Native Pride. It's Donnie Batiste.
Position number 7, all the way from the Midwest with a 27 car of Kyle Johnson, and BJ Duvall will start the 32 car for Team Outlaw Motorsports from 8.
Starting in the 9th spot is Team Outlaw Motorsports 97 of Tyler Schultz. To the outside, the 28, it's Wade Fields.
Position number 11 will be Timothy Korkikoski in the 20 car for Susu Dirt Crew, and Brendan Weeks will round out the 12th position in B-Main action for tonight as well for Mid-South Dirt Slingers. So, Alex, we got again another, this will be 8 cars onto tonight's big dance. Who do you reckon's going to get the job done?
I see a lot of speed in that 14 Jordan Gage. He was on the outside looking in that C main. I see him doing it again here in this last chance qualifier to make it onto the show for a little bit of redemption. That redemption tour after his little hiccup, he has to make it into the top 8 to do so. But look at the top 8 right now. You have BJ Duval, Kyle Johnson, Donnie Batiste, Scott Binger up there. A lot of impressive drivers who impressed in their heat race but came a few spots short. It's going to come to a head here. B-main underway. Green flag is out, and Sage Luther leads us. You look at the Hornets that's already forming in the back. We're already 3 wide going into 1 and 2.
Well, it's only lap number 1, race fans. And how good is this going to be? Into turns 3 and 4 right now for the first time. And it's going to be Sage Luther with the race lead to turns number 1 and 2. Right now on the top side of the speedway, there's Nick Baum as well in the 99 car on the top side of the speedway, trying to bang the walls down here at Eldora.
Nick Baum looking sharp, but Sage Luther coming to that inside. A little mechanical issues for him. Goes up top now. Scott Binger on the bottom, so is Russell Berry. A lot of cars trying to figure out where's the fastest line to work. We're 3 wide there. Car in the wall. That is Kurt Nye. And caution flag waves here in B main action. And that 74 got into the wall. We'll see that coming up here on the Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. And man, oh man, what a start to this LCQ action. You see it right here. 9 gets into the wall. And these boys, when these cars come up, they get upside down. Nowhere to go for these cars behind him. He gets hit once more. So that will write an end to his night. But man, talk about hard racing, going 3 wide into the first lap on the first turn. And I can see this restart being the same.
Yeah, definitely, mate, as well. So, let's see what's going to go down on the restart. As well, Nick Baum has got 12 on the side of the car, but is registered as 99 in the session for tonight. We're only a couple of laps into the books, Alex, and it's never good when you see 2 cars out of the race, only with a couple of laps in the book so far.
It's a tough break for Kurt Nye in the 74, and Tyler Schultz missed the call for the B-main. World of Thunder staff, Miller Family Trucking eSports League staff gave him the last call. Horn did not make the call, so a tough break for the 97 for missing the action. But right now he has to lean on his teammate, 32 BJ Duval, to put a Team Outlaw Motorsports car into the field here tonight. As you see him start, he's running in that transfer spots here. He's in 6th, but Brandon Weeks, Jordan Gage, Jory Gotham, those boys were running quick on that start, and there's still a long way to go here in this B-main.
Yeah, definitely, mate, as well. So, it's time to go racing once again. Race fans, we're back to the green flag. Down the main straightaway into corners number 1 and 2. Nick Baum on the top side of the speedway pulls at least a half a car length. Down the back straightaway on Sage Luther. Down into turns number 3 and 4. Wow, it is busy. Car park busy, big time. People are looking for pies and sausage rolls and can't find any. And well, it's 3 and 4 wide action right now in the middle of the pack, and BJ Duval is in that. The 32 machine running the middle part of the speedway, and we're yellow, yellow, yellow.
Yellow once more, and we saw again right there in that turn some contact. Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay, and we saw all the battling here going on. A little bit of bedlam. These boys want that transfer spot to go onto the A main here for the first time this season. 3 wide there, and just some contact bunched up a little bit, and the 3 machine goes around. It looks like a little bit of front end damage there. He parked it in the pits. His night is over, and that is the 28 of Wade Fields. So another car out of B-main action here. Their night is done for the B-main. And for the big blocks, they will have to come back. 360 wing sprint cars again on tap following this big block show here at Eldora. That is the AVR setup shop. 360 wing sprint cars. And then, ladies and gentlemen, you got to tune in for the Pro Late Models. Extreme Savage Pro Late Models presented by 127 Industries. Huge announcement coming up in those Pro Late Models. And man, you got to tune in to find out what it is. But first off, this B-main burning the house down here for Eldora. And what a way to start off the night.
Yeah, definitely, mate. So, when we saw that big car park of a session going on there, it was like Scrabble racing to go and find the concession stands. Everyone needed a drink and a pint of sausage roll at the same time and couldn't find any. They were all sold out. So, it ended up with a bit of a crash in turn number 3 and 4. But, well, we see that in racing as well a lot, Alex. We've still got about, close to about 10 laps left to go as they come back to the green flag.
Laps to run here in your B main. Nick Baum, Sage Luther, pace truck off, green flag, back out Nick Baum. Another good start for him in that 99 machine. Here comes Scott Binger in that 69. He's on the bottom side here. Sage Luther and Nick Baum up top, but that bottom side might have been costly for Binger as now he drops back. He's around. Can they all save it? They're saved right now. We are still green, but Russell Berry, BJ Duval all moving up. Jordan Gage, Jane Hansen, they were that C main. They're in here into a transfer spot in this B main.
Yeah, that's right, mate, as well. Definitely. So the race is on right now for the race lead. Sage Luther and Nick Baum going at it as well. The 13 and the 99 going at a bit of mechanical issues there for the 13 car of Sage Luther. Trying to get the job done on the top side of the speedway though. Is it going to balk the the 99 car of Nick Baum? We will see with only a few laps left to run in this one. About 5 laps left to go so far, 6 laps left to go so far in B main action for tonight. As we roll down the back straight away into turns number 3 and 4, BJ Duval still running in the 3rd spot at the moment, the 32 car for Team Outlaw Motorsports, trying to get the job done as well. What can happen? Can BJ get the job done here tonight?
BJ Duval in that 32. He moved up a few spots. Scott Binger, remember, he was in that 3rd spot, went to the bottom side. He dropped back. He is on the outside looking in. He's in that 11th spot. So a tough break right now for the 69. He only has a few laps to run. Can he get back into that 8th spot? Hold by Kyle Johnson right now. Jordan Gage in the 4th spot. Remember, he started in that back spot. He started 15th in the field after transferring from the C main. He's up here into the 4th spot. So keep an eye on him and BJ Duval. Those two are looking fast, but there's Kyle Johnson, Donnie Batiste, as all these cars battling for that one final transfer spot, held by Donnie Batiste right now. But Johnson, Bininger, and Gotham going at it with 2 to run this time by.
Yeah, how good is this race, fans? Nick Baum still your race leader, and I'll tell you what, the top 8 is where it counts right now, and we got 2 cars around in turns 1 and 2. I think that might have been the 67 involved there. Donnie Batiste, he'll be out for tonight as we got the caution flag once again on the speedway.
Flag out, UltimateDirtTV instant replay on the screen, and here we go. You see a battle for the transfer spot. All 4 cars trying to get into one of those transfer spots. You'll see Donnie Batiste here at 67 machine get some contact, and he goes around. That looks like the 69 of Scott Binger as well going around there. So a tough break for both of those, but green, white, checkered. The best way to do it. The curse lives on for me here, and we always know when I'm in the booth, the green, white, checkered's on the way. But when it's a B main, you know it's going to come down to the wire for that 8th and final transfer spot into the A main.
Oh, it's always going to be good, mate. Whether we have a green, white, checker situation, that was on like Donkey Kong there with a couple of laps left to go. And as we come back to the green flag, ladies and gentlemen, will be green, white, checker. And we always see this happen in, whether it's here on iRacing or real life racing as well. We used to have a lot of those at Valvoline Raceway here in Sydney, Australia, where Sprintcars would always have a green, white checker coming towards the end of their feature race as well, or in the B main, and it'd always be scramble to get into that final transfer spot. And well, it's on right now. Donnie Batiste will regain the 8th and final transfer spot into tonight's feature race, and it's gonna be on as we roll down into turns number 3 and 4. Pace car set to pull back to the infield. This time by, we're getting set to go back to the green flag. Let's go. Who's going to get the job done? And boom, like a rocket ship into turns number 1 and 2. Pulls at least a bit of a car length down the back straightaway on Sage Luther there. And BJ Duval trying to get up to position number 2. running through the middle part of the speedway, down the main straight road, right now with 1 lap left to go, into turns number 1 and 2, Baum. He will get the job done. Into turns number 3 and 4 for the final time, though. Nick Baum, what a race. He'll cross the line home in position number 1. Jordan Gage, he will steal position number 2 on the final corner from Sage Luther. What a race there, Alex. How good was that?
Phenomenal. So again, Nick Baum, Jordan Gage, BJ Duval, Brennan Weeks, Sage Luther, I think Donnie Batiste also making it into the show here. And man, it's not called a B feature for nothing, because that was basically an A main event talent there running for their spots. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to step aside and get some word from our great sponsors here at UltimateDirtTV, and we will be back for feature time for the DirtFan.com Big Block Modifieds here at Eldora Speedway.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And we are back here, ladies and gentlemen. Miller Family Trucking Esports League here on Ultimate Dirt TV. It is the DirtFan.com Big Block Modifieds, and it is feature time here at Eldora Speedway. Starting on the pole, the 35. It's Nick Cooper to the outside, the 127. D1RT, it's Blake Majulis.
I'll tell you what, that's a good front row. Out of position number 3 with a 21 machine of Camden Johnson. Position number 4 for HRE Motorsports, it's Darren.
Dustin Hall will start in position number 5 in the 331. For Slick Sim Sports to the outside, Bodie Parker in the 23.
From position number 7 will be the 1 machine of Blake Neer, and position number 8 will be the 961 car of Corey Sibley.
Shane James in the 30 for Cincy Speed. He starts 9th to the outside. It's the 92 of Corey Austin.
Position number 11 will be the 38 machine for Up North Esports, it's Rico Robbles. Position number 12 with the 15 machine of Cody Johnson.
Starting in the 13th spot, the 3, it's Bobby Mattingly. To the outside, the 34, it is Bill Miller.
Position number 15 with a 9 machine for Mecca Motorsports, it's Connor McGowan. Position number 16 is the 500 of Tyler Berry.
Nick Baum in the 99 starts 17th. To the outside, the 13 of Sage Luther.
Position 19 with a 14 of Jordan Gage. And BJ Duvall will start the 32 machine for Team Outlaw Motorsports from position number 20.
Brennan Weeks making that alphabet soup run. He starts 21st. To the outside, the 84 of Russell Berry.
Position number 23 with a 39 machine all the way from Canada, it's Jane Hansen. Position number 24, your final starter for tonight, the Mid-South Dirt Slingers, the 67 of Donny Batiste.
Breaking news from race control, Nick Cooper has requested to go to the back, so he is going to try and run from the back to the front here tonight in this feature event. So that puts Camden Johnston on your front row. Ladies and gentlemen, we are green here, 50 laps the distance at Eldora Speedway. Camden Johnson, Blake Majulis, also Dustin Hall in the mix here, as Camden Johnson right now on the top side of the 127, Blake Majulis on the inside here. They're sitting 1 and 2. Here comes Majulis, slide job by Majulis. Johnson to the inside. That battle for the lead is on. Look behind him. Darren Little, Dustin Hall, those two battling for position number 3.
Oh, how good is this? Camden Johnson. How good was that, race fans? Blake Majulis, though, will regain the race lead. You can see how bumpy it is there on the top side as well. Majulis really unsettled that race car as well. Let's see where Nick Cooper is up to so far. He's way down in the pack at the moment. He's still back down in position number 20. In the 35 cars, we're yellow, yellow, yellow.
Caution flag first of the A main here tonight. We're going to see what happened here on the Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay coming up on your screens momentarily. A little bit of problems there starting off the night. So here it is, Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. And look at this, bunched up on the out of turn number 4. And just some early problems there for some drivers. As that was your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. And Matt, we didn't get to go through our picks because the green flag came out so quickly. You know who I'm going with. If it ain't broke, I ain't fixing it. The 127, Blake Majulis, is going to come home in victory lane tonight.
Mate, I tell you what, it's going to be absolutely wicked. We've got 50 laps. So far, we're on lap number 6. I reckon if by lap number 30, I reckon Nick Cooper will be within the top 10. And I reckon by lap number 40, he'll be in the top 2. And then he'll be catching the race leader. So I'm going with the 35 with Nick Cooper.
We're going with Nick Cooper to upset that 127. So Nick Cooper has been impressive early on tonight, but can he knock off the all-time wins leader of Blake Majulis, who knocked win number 55 and 56 last week with the 2 wins out of 3 races? Can he notch up 57 wins all time here tonight in the Big Block Modifieds? Ladies and gentlemen, the pace truck is going off, and we are back green here in the A main event. Blake Majulis, look at the jump that 127 got. He's going to go right to the bottom side here. A lot of moisture left on the bottom side, a lot more smoother than going up top there. You see here that battle for third now between Blake Neer, Darren Little, and Dustin Hall. All these cars trying to get on that podium early on, because you know if you're up front and it stays green, it's the best place to be.
Well, that's exactly right, mate. As well, we've got to someone's computer's having a bit of a mechanical issue there. So, Majulis, though, still your way. How good is this right now? As well, Camden Johnston still in position number 2. And this is just about to get a whole lot better when working lap number 7.
And look back there, Nick Cooper's in the 18th spot. He's working his way up, but you see with 3-4 wide going on mid-pack here, he's got to find a way to get by. There you see Nick Cooper right now, that 35 machine in 18th. He's trying to get by these cars, but they're side by side. all throughout this pack here. You can't find room. They're 4 wide in front of him right now. Where is Nick Cooper going to go? You said he's going to be in that top 10, but can he get by this whole hornet's nest right here? He's going to try and go to the inside, but that door was shut by Brendan Weeks. Rico Robles right now, and he's dropping back. So keep an eye on that 35, but up front still, it's Majulis, it's Neer, it's Johnson, it's Hall. Those boys have stayed up front so far, but look at the 127. He said, boys, I'm going to go on a little drive here. Hopefully you can catch up a little bit soon.
Oh, I'll tell you what, mate, he's got at least maybe a 1.9 second lead over the second place car of Camden Johnston right now. And how good is this? We got Slide Job Central in turns 1 and 2. That is Blake Neer and Dustin Hall. The 331 machine coming through the field right now.
And Hall has looked impressive right now. He's in the 4th spot, but look at this battle throughout the field. There's BJ Duvall. He's one of our producers here on Ultimate Dirt TV, running in the action here tonight, and he is mid-pack. Remember, he came from that B main. He's in 13th, and he's with another fellow guy running that last chance qualifier, Jordan Gage. He is in the 12th spot right in front of him. And remember, Jordan Gage, early on, he hit that wall out of turn 3 and 4, had to run the alphabet soup, but now he's in that A main, and he's making some moves to get up front. But right now, Majulis, Johnston, Neer, and Hall, they're taking it for a hike, and they said, you got to catch us, and you got to hope and pray for a caution.
Yeah, that's right, mate, as well. And just remember, as well, BJ Duvall started all the way down in position number 20. He's up to position 13 right now. Nick Cooper had the chance to start on the front row, but he elected to go to the back, and he's up 5 positions so far in the 35 machine. He's up to position 15, so he's only a couple of cars behind BJ Duvall right now. As we see, the one machine is Shane James in the 331 of Dustin Hall, going at it into turns number 3 and 4. We're working lap number 14 of 50.
Dustin Hall there was in 4th. Look at this pack. BJ Duvall, Corey Austin, Cody Johnson, Bill Miller, Jordan Gage. They're all going at it here. They're battling for more positions. Caution flag is out. Looks like it had something to do with that 84 Russell Berry. Jane Hansen, those two on pit road right now. Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. And oh boy, car in the fence upside down, and he's out of the park. So tough break there for Jane Hansen, it looked like. So, going through a C, going through a B, and now your feature looks like it just might be over after hitting that fence, and now you have to go into the pits for some repairs. Let's see if that 39 can get back on the track before we go back green.
I tell you what, Alex, just looking at the racetrack there as well, like I'm virtually standing down in turn number 3 at and 4 right now, and I tell you what, that racetrack, the ledge, or the cushion as we know it. Now, just to explain that, race fans, it's not a pillow or anything like that that you put your head on to go to sleep on. It's, as you can see, Blake Majulis there just trying to spin the tires in that 127 machine, trying to break the cushion down in that 127 car. So, it's a ledge to put these big Hoosier right rear tires on in these race cars and help these race cars circulate around the speedway and try and find more what we call more of a push in that race car, as well as they're getting set to line up in 2x2 formation here for a restart.
Yeah, you know, if you go over that cushion and that cushion is built up, you're going to go and hit that wall. We've seen it a lot in those heat races and consolation rounds. With that cushion being built up, those boys were hitting the wall and hitting it hard. So we'll have to see if it knocks it down a little bit, because a lot of guys running up there right against that cushion, right against the wall. But the green flag is out. The 127 back on the loud pedal, and he gets another great start. But look at this. We are going into 1 and 2, 3 wide for the 3rd spot. Cameron Johnston, he holds on to the 2nd spot. Blake Neer, Dustin Hall, those guys battling it out for the 3rd spot. Here comes Bobby Mattingly as well. Shane James, remember him? You haven't seen him since about heat race number 1, number 2. He is in the 7th spot right now, but the 127 back out in command.
I'll tell you what, Alex, on that restart there, Blake Neer had a massive look in that 14 car. He had a huge look to the inside and tried to run the middle part of the speedway as well in that restart. And he had a massive look as we're 2, 3, and 4 wide in the pack.
There's some battling going on. There's your boy Nick Cooper, that 35 machine. He is into the 10th spot. spot. He's battling it up right now. And what did you say about lap 20? He was going to be in the top 10? Well, he's in there a little bit early. Right now, he's battling that with Corey Austin to hold on to that one. Corey Sibley as well. Tyler Berry. Those boys battling it out. But there is Camden Johnston, Blake Neer, Dustin Hall. A lot of these boys are battling it out for some top 10 runs here tonight.
Looks like we got a couple of network issues going on there as well on the network across the board as well at the moment. So, good to see Nick Cooper up into the top 10 a little bit earlier. I predicted he was going to be up there by lap number 30, and he's up there 9 laps earlier. How good is this, race fans? Majula still your race leader. Blake Neer right now takes over the second spot from Camden Johnston. And here comes Dustin Hall looking for a 2-for-1 deal. Couldn't get the job done there. 3 wide out of turn 4. Give the second position to Blake Neer at the moment. As well, Johnston back on the top side of the speedway. Dustin Hall, he copped the worst end of the stick on that one. Into turns number 3 and 4 right now. Once again, we're back where we were 30 seconds ago. Out of turn number 3 and 4 once again. We're still 3 wide in the pack as well. How cool is this? We're working lap number 23 of 50.
And remember, we said it earlier, it is a fixed setup. Problems in the back. Caution flag. We're still green momentarily here. Blake Majulis, Blake Neer, those are your 1 and 2. Dustin Hall right now throw the slide job for the third spot. He takes it over momentarily, but there's that caution flag. It is out here. 23 laps in the book of a 50-lap A main event. Second caution of the night out here in this A main. And oh boy, we saw it a little bit there on the screen. Mid-pack issues, 3-4 wide once more. These boys were fighting for everything they got. There they go. Corey Sibley goes around. Oh man, car's upside down and everywhere else.
Yeah, it's never good when you see that sort of stuff go down, Alex. I tell you what, it's we've got so far, we've got about maybe 3-4 cars out of the race in this one for tonight as well. It's never good when you try and make an A main field, and well, it's always going to probably end badly, or you can have a good race and try and race up the front and try and stay out of the trouble. But it's inevitable in big block modified racing as well. As in here in Australia, we know them as V8 Dirt Modifieds. Pretty much exactly the same sort of car, same chassis and same wheelbase. So, race fans, your current running order at the moment is 127 of Blake Majulis, your race leader. Blake Neer in the 14 car in position number 2. Camden Johnson will restart the race in position number 3. And on his outside, it's the 33-1 of Dustin Hall as well. And Shane James in position number 5 at the moment. And Darren Little in position number 6. That is your restart order. Nick Cooper in position number 8 at the moment. As well on the outside of the 4th row. So how good is this? We predicted, ladies and gentlemen, we're back to the green flag out of turn number 4.
Green flag back out, the 127 back out to what he does best. You see 3 wide once more for the 3rd spot. It's Johnson, it's Hall, and Shane James. Shane James, you know, making his season debut here, missed the action last week. He's back in the mix. He's in the 6th spot right now. But these cars all battling for valuable points. Big block modifieds again, battling and switching every other week with the UMP. So it's a shortened season for those guys. So every point counts. The 127, he's trying to make it all count with a win here tonight with Blake Neer. Dustin Hall trying to do it. There's Rico Robles in the 12th spot now. Nick Cooper, you picked him to be up there, and a caution flag, this might help him out because Nick Cooper is into the 6th spot here, folks. He started in the back. He's up to 6th, and you said lap 30. Well, lap 30 is on its way soon when we go back green, and he's in 6th. Can he make it up to the 2nd spot a lot earlier than you predicted?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, mate. It's on the cards big time with Nick Cooper there as well. So the 35 machine back up to position number 6 as well on the speedway. Oh, he copped the tail end of the stick on that one. Hopefully no damage on the 35 car. 5 or 6 car pile up as well. It looks like Shane James ended up on his side there in the 1 machine. BJ Duvall involved in that one as well, in the 32 car as well. And how good was that restart as well for Blake Neer. He's right on the tail tank of the 127 machine on that last restart as well. So, race fans, how good is this? We're just over halfway home as well. As we come back to the green flag, we'll have about 23 laps left to go.
As you see,
Wowee.
Shane James out of the action. Looks like Corey Austin on pit road as well. Nope, he's back on the track. BJ Duvall, he's on pit road after major contact for him, so he might be out of tonight's A main event as well, but it looks like he might be hopping back on the track. So, some early on problems. Jane Hansen, remember, she spun a lot of laps before, back on the track, a few laps down for the 39 machine, but right now in the 20th spot, not too shabby, considering, you know, Bodie Parker, Nick Baum, Brendan Weeks, and Shane James out of the action. But ladies and gentlemen, watch up front here. Darren Little, Blake Majulis, Blake Neer, Dustin Hall, those boys have been putting on a show, and I expect these last 20 laps or so to be a barn burner, burn it down to the house tonight. As Darren Little, Blake Majulis, that is your front row for this restart.
Oh, it's only going to get better from here on out, Alex. It's going to be an absolute ripper, as we would say in Australian slang. It's going to absolutely be a ripper with these final 23 laps in the books. It's going to be on Majulis, Nia, Dustin Hall. As we're getting set right now, race fans, they're going to line up and we'll set them loose. And how about Nick Cooper? It has been an absolute ripper of a race for him tonight. These cautions are helping him out as well in the 35 car. He's going to make a position and cross the line to stay in that spot as well. So that way, he will hold on to that. Looks like we're going with modern late model restart situation here right now. So Majulis will get the front row all to himself. Out of turn number 4 as well. So the pace car lights will go out. Pardon me, sorry, this time by.
Keep an eye. You know, Nick Cooper has put on a show here tonight. He asked for that to be put to the back, and he's putting on a show here. He started about 22nd, 23rd after being put to the back. He's back up into that top 10, almost top 5. So can he get into the podium spot here tonight? And that'll be a heck of an interview if he does. But ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, following this, we will have the ABR Setup Shop 360s from Eldora Speedway here on UltimateDirtTV, and the Nightcap Pro Late Models, the Extreme Savage Pro Late Model, one presented by 127 Industries, that with a huge announcement on tap for that as well. So keep an eye for that. We are green once more. Blake, oh no, we are not green.
Yeah, not sure what's going out here on the racetrack at the moment as well, Alex. The cars are under the green flag situation. So, looks like a correction in the lineup in the field going on at the moment. Race control all over that in the field right now. So they should be going back to the green as we go green out of turn number 4 this time by.
So here we go, green flag back out. Blake Majulis up top once more. There's Dustin Hall. Dustin Hall tries for a haymaker. Not gonna get there as well. Blake Neer, he hops back into the second spot. Dustin Hall, though, he went for a 2-for-1 slider. He got one. He knocked off Camden Johnson there for the third spot, but here comes Johnson back to the inside of Dustin Hall. Those two going at to the bottom side. Those two trying to take it 3 wide with Blake Neer, but watch out. Here comes Nick Cooper.
Wow, Nick Cooper. Sorry, Alex, I didn't mean to cut you off, mate, but how good is this? Nick Cooper up to position number 3. As we predicted. Now, I said he was going to be in the top 5 at lap number 30. He's in the top 3 right now on lap number 31. So I'm 10 laps early. Once again, as well, Nick Cooper. This guy is on song in that race car. As well, the 35 machine. How good. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got about 18 laps left to go. coming across the line this time by Majulis is your race leader, Alex. It's going to be a rip of a finish as we're caution once again on the speedway.
Caution flag waves once more. 127. Blake Majulis has to be dreading this caution flag as he tried to pull away once more. UltimateDirtTV instant replay. Let's see here as there is, well, it's about mid-pack or so. There's Jordan Gage. Oh, no, it was behind Jordan Gage. The 9 machine gets into the wall and sideways he goes. Tries to save it, but it looks like he is caught in the catch fence. So a tough break there for him.
Yeah, I believe that was Connor McGowan there, Alex, in that iRacing paint scheme coloured number 9 machine as well. I believe that was Connor McGowan who caught the wall there in turn 3.
Tough break there for Connor McGowan. And remember, he was up there in the top 10 for most of this race as well. A lot of these guys having good runs in the pits now. So McGowan, Batiste, James, Weeks, Baum, and Parker out of the feature right now. But keep an eye on these top 5. Majulis, Neer, Cooper, Hall, and Johnston. Remember, Johnson, Hall, Neer, and Majulis, they were in the top 5 for the whole race so far. Nick Cooper, the only one to have a little bit of the odds stacked against him, had to start from the back to the front, and he is into the top 3.
I'll tell you what, mate, it's not over till the fat lady sings here tonight as well. It's going to be an absolute belter with these final few laps in tonight's A-Main. And, well, Cooper back in position number 3. What can he do, race fans? What's going to happen on this restart? Will Cooper go looking on the inside of Majulis? Let's find out. The pace car set to pull back to the infield this time by Majulis, gets on the gas. Out of turn number 4, we're back to green.
He flagged back out 127, Blake Majulis, but look at Nick Cooper. Cooper goes to the inside there, tries to make a move on the 14 of Blake Neer. Here comes the 331 of Dustin Hall. Dustin Hall, who finished in the top 5 almost all night last week, trying to finish on the podium once more in a modified race as he is into the 4th spot still. He's trying to go to the top side here, trying to get around, but look at this mid-pack. Corey Sibley, Bill Miller, Jordan Gage, Rico Robles, all these guys battling it out for a top 10. A lot of contact went on back there. I'll be surprised if we stay green right now. We still are. And it looked like Corey Austin, Jordan Gage got involved there, but everyone is still safe, so we're still green.
Yeah, we are still green, mate. There's a lot of contact with these race cars going on in the middle of the pack right now as well. Cooper got caught up on the top side there last time around the speedway. We saw him just lightly tap the outside safety catch fence. And, well, hopefully no damage befalling the 35 machine of Nick Cooper. Still back there in position number 3. I'll tell you what, Alex, that'll be one hell of an interview with the 35 car.
35 car in the 3rd spot, but he's still got Slick Sports 331. Dustin Hall right behind him now as that car is looking sharp right now. He's been in the top 5 all race, but he has almost 10 laps, just about 2 laps over, so about 12 laps to go here before it's checkered. So can Dustin Hall get by Nick Cooper and forbid him from getting on the podium here tonight?
Yeah, that's right, race fans. Only about 12 laps left to go. As they cross the stripe now here at Eldora. Race fans, 11 to run. How good. Cooper still in position. Number 3, Majulis still your race leader. But there's Darren Little on screen as well just momentarily. BJ Duvall as well in the 32 car. Still back down in position number 14.
Hey, Duvall right now, he's in the top 15.
No,
oh, he's around, he goes. And he is going to go caution flag in the air. And lucky enough, that caution flag came out because your leaders were coming right behind him there. UltimateDirtTV instant replay. As you see, there's Jordan Gage, there's Corey Austin, there's BJ Duvall. And Duvall pushes up the track, then gets into the slick, spins the tires. And a tough break for the 32 as he was running in the top 15, and that would have been a good points night for the opener for that 32 machine. But for BJ Duvall, he goes back into about the 18th spot. So Can he make it back up in the top 15? He'll have to get by Jordan Gage again. As Gage, Austin, Jane Hansen, that's who that other car was in the mix. Hansen in the 39. But the story of the night's been this top three. The Jules has run away with it until these cautions came out, but Blake Neer has looked sharp in these big blocks. Nick Cooper, well, I can't say enough about Nick Cooper here tonight, going from about 22nd to 3rd right now. So 20 spots or so, give and take. He's up, and he is looking sharp here tonight.
Yeah, definitely right, Alex, as well. Just taking a quick look at the racetrack. She's very slick out there as well. So you can see where Majulis is running that race car. Just off the cushion, off turn 4 there as well. He's trying to pat down that cushion on the top side of the speedway. A lot of loose dirt still up there on the top side as well. As we alluded to earlier, as well, race fans, with the cushion on the top side of the speedway here at Eldora, it can get quite gnarly. So you can see what Majulis is doing in that race car, trying to pat it down. So what's going to go down here? Single file restart. We're set to go.
Green flag back out for Blake Majulis as he goes up top, stays up top. Everyone else tried to duck low before and get some grip on that inside on the straightaway there, but it didn't matter. Majulis got the run he needed to hold on to this lead right now. 127 still holds on the 14 of Blake Neer. He has to hold on a charging Nick Cooper right now, but Cooper again has that company of the 331. Slick Sports Dustin Hall still behind him there. These top 4 have fought and clawed their way to be where they are right now, but look at the gap already. 2 laps after that restart, and Blake Majulis is starting to widen his gap once more.
Yeah, it definitely is, mate, as well. Now, I think what's going on with Nick Cooper in that 35 car, I've just been watching him the last couple of laps, and I think what's going on is he's hitting the slick spots in turns number 3 and 4, and he's losing a lot of ground on Blake Neer as well in the 14 car. As we cross the stripe now, ladies and gentlemen, about 6 laps left to go here in tonight's feature. Majulis, still your race that we're watching your top 3. This has been wicked. Majulis, Blake Neer and Nick Cooper on the top side of the speedway. Dustin Hall and the Slick Sim Sports 331 still there as well, right behind Cooper. It is not over yet until the fat lady sings. How good. 5 laps to go, Alex. She's closing down quickly.
Blake Majulis with 4 to run. He's still out in front. Blake Neer, Nick Cooper, Dustin Hall, and Camden Johnson. That top 5, they have been fortified for a while here. Darren Little, remember, he started up front a little bit more. He's dropped out of the top 5. There's Corey Sibley in 8th right now, as there you see the cutoff. He is in 8th, and then you have BJ Duvall, who's climbed his way back up to 11th. But these cars are starting to gap out with 3 to run here. The 127 still out in front.
I tell you what, though, just looking at the lap counter at the moment as well, we do have about 2 laps left to go as across the stripe. But how about BJ Duvall? He's restarted in position 18. He's back up to position number 11 right now in that race car. He's looking for a top 10 finish here tonight. We're yellow caution on the speedway.
Here we go. UltimateDirtTV instant replay. And if you want to talk about drama, this is going to add some drama. And here it is, that battle for the top 10. Jane Hansen in the mix there with Jordan Gage. And Gage goes around, collects BJ Duvall. Duvall goes upside down. So a tough break for the B32 of BJ Duvall. And that might write the end of his night. Wrong place, wrong time. But Matt Bailey, it's a little bit time for another green-white checker. We saw how it got in the B main. But right now, all the marbles go all in with your chips here. Green-white checkered, Blake Majulis, Blake Neer, and Dustin Hall also in the mix, Nick Cooper. So again, these 4 cars all have looked strong enough to win this race, but nobody has got by the 127. Can somebody do it here on this green-white checker?
Matt, I don't think I have. Honestly, I would literally probably eat my hat if Nick Cooper was to pass these last 2 cars to take the win. I'll literally eat my hat. So, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think, obviously Majulis, no matter what car he gets into, whether it's a late model or whether he gets into a V8 big block modified, I think he's going to be fast no matter what happens. He knows what to do with this race car. So it looks like we're going to be single file on this restart as well, Alex. It's green, white, checker. Anything can happen, mate.
Green, white, checkered. It is time to put the chips all in on the table. Who is going to take home the season opener for the DirtFan.com Big Block Modifieds all-time winner? Here is Blake Majulis, green flag, back out on the raceway. Blake Lanier has to hold on because you see Nick Cooper trying to go to the inside already. Everyone goes up top here with the green flag out. The 127 leads us down the back straightaway. Blake Lanier in second. You see there goes Cooper now. Cooper trying to go to the inside here, trying to get by Blake Lanier. White flag in the air for the 127 machine. Lanier in second. There's Nick Cooper in third. Dustin Hall still in the fourth spot through 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway they go into 3 and 4, and man, oh man, the hot streak continues. Ladies and gentlemen, win number 57 in the Miller Family Trucking Esports League. It's Blake Majulis, Blake Lanier, Nick Cooper, Dustin Hall, and Camden Johnston round out your top 5.
Wowee, what a race. As everyone pulls up to congratulate Blake. What a race. How good, race fans. Bang your hands together for Blake Majulis. How good as Nick Cooper pulls up to congratulate him as well. And how good victory donuts on the main straightaway for Blake Majulis. He's not done yet in the 127 car. He's gonna do the reverse victory lap, race fans. He's led all 50 here tonight. And how good is the 127 for D1 RT Racing and 127 Industries, as well as the donuts continue. Light her up, Blakey boy. How good. We're going to quickly jump into a bit of a break here on Ultimate Dirt TV, and we'll be right back. On the other side of this, we're going to chat to you top 3. Well, race fans, welcome back to Ultimate Dirt. Right now, we're going to get third place getter up in here tonight as well. We'll chat with him right now. Home in position number 3 tonight is a 35 machine and Nick Cooper. Nick, mate, what a race. You elected to go to the back of the field. You moved up to the top 3, mate. Well done.
Appreciate that. I definitely tried everything I could there at the end, but after Darren got on the wall and I got into him, there's not much I could do after that. The car was just way too free.
Mate, it was an awesome race by you, your team here tonight, mate. Obviously, no doubt. Run us through the track, mate. She was a bit slick out there, but run us through those closing laps there, mate.
I definitely think there was a bottom there, but like I said, with the damage, I just could not get it to work as well as it should. But the top was pretty treacherous. The middle was kind of there, but kind of had to make a top line to make it work.
Mate, it was an awesome race by you, your team here tonight, mate. No doubt some sponsors you want to thank on that race car.
Well, I got to thank Bicknell, Dig Racing Shocks, obviously D1RT. Congrats to Blake, and yeah, just everybody in the booth for putting this on, and World of Thunder.
Mate, well done on position number 3, mate. We'll see you back here next week. Congratulations. Well, race fans, we're going to move up right now to Blake Near, home in position number 2 in the 14 car. Blake, mate, well done on position number 2, mate. It was an awesome race.
Thank you. I mean, yeah, P2, not too bad. Could have got one more spot. I think the cautions, and he was just really fast out front.
Mate, it was a wicked drive by your team here tonight, mate. Run us through the track out there. Obviously, you're running the top side for most of the race. Run us through how that cushion was up there on the top side of the speedway.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really very well at describing how the track was. I know I was just following the leader there, just following Blake. He's probably one of the best there is, so I was just trying to follow him around the track.
Mate, it was an awesome race by your team here tonight, mate. No, that's responsive to thank on that race car.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank 127 Industries and you guys for broadcasting.
Well done on position number 2 here tonight, mate. We'll see you next week. Well done. Well, we will now hand over the mic to Alex Robinson down in the pit, every Blake Majulis.
And he comes home with yet another win. Here continues the hot streak. 127, Blake Majulis. And talk about the week you have been having. You started off last Sunday winning 2 races. Then you go into the Spring Fling, win that race, $5,000 richer. And then you come in tonight and you lead it off with another win.
And it's been probably the best week I've ever had on this game for sure. I think we won a couple other money races last week, and then to add Spring Fling onto that, we made it was just a really well put together week. You couldn't ask for much better, and then obviously to end it off on a Sunday with a win, you don't get much better than that. So it's been a hell of a week for sure.
And now we've alluded to it multiple times over the past week. Win number 57 here in the Miller Family Trucking World of Thunder Esports League history. Still all-time wins. But talk about the run that you've had, over your long career in this league. And to notch up 57 wins has to be a good feat.
Yeah, 57. Yeah, that's nuts. I think it's really hard earned for sure. I mean, we've had some of the best in this league, so to get 57 tonight, hopefully we can make it 58 later. And like you said, every week you're racing with some of the best of the best. Hopefully we get some more drivers next week and see what we got. Hopefully Evan or some of the bigger big block guys start showing up and have some better racing going on there. But yeah, it's been a crazy run. 57 wins is something you don't hear very often, so it's a pleasure to be a part of something like that.
You said about the big names and the big guys you've beaten over the past. When you talk about on that list, just in the top 5 alone, you yourself, Evan C., Alex Bergeron, Dylan Wilson, and Dylan Hauser, all of you guys are former Pro Series drivers in the World of Outlaws, and it shows you right now, the best of the best are showing up, and you're just topping out of them all the time.
Yeah, I mean, we've raced them a handful of times. Every week we're racing those same guys. It's always fun to have guys like that to race with on Sunday nights and stuff like that. It's just it might not be for any money, or it might be for money. It just really depends how the show rolls, and frankly, sometimes just racing is better than racing for money. So I've been having fun on these Sundays, and it's a good test for me. See how the tracks wear out and what works and what doesn't. So all is well as far as that, but definitely a good show tonight.
And we know you got a lot of great sponsors on that 127 machine. Take the time to thank all the great people supporting you.
Appreciate it. You guys first for doing the broadcast. Thank you for your time. D1RT Racing, Represent Limited, ML Performance, Reliable Energy Solutions, Jeff Swilly. Hopefully he's watching. I appreciate his support. Chris Ferguson Motorsports, CD Cinematography, BK Designs, Design 75, Showtime Decals and Apparel, and everybody that watched. I appreciate it.
Now, we'll see you later on tonight in the Extreme Savage Pro Late Models presented by 127 Industries. That's yourself. And I got to mess with you a little bit here. When am I going to get that 127 shirt now that you got $5,000?
Yeah, maybe we can ship one out.
That is your winner, the 127 of Blake Majulis. Well, Matt Bailey, that wraps up race number 1. And, well, just take us through that race.
Mate, I'll tell you what, she was absolutely wicked out there on the racetrack as well. You saw how much it slickened off throughout the night as well, from qualifying through the heat racing as well, and then into the pointy end of the pack for tonight as well. How good was that with Blake Majulis? Race fans, it cannot get any better than that, with one of America's best on the front row, up the point of tonight as well. Alex, mate, what was your final thoughts on tonight? Just want to know.
Another dominating performance for D1RT and Blake Majulis, as two D1RT machines in the top 3 there on the podium. So, can anyone stop D1RT coming up later on tonight? You know, we'll have the 3-time World of Outlaw Sprint Car champion Alex Bergeron coming up here in a matter of moments. 360 action, ABR Setup Shop 360s. That comes up here at Eldora Speedway, and then Pro Late Model. So, again, can anyone stop D1RT? But, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to thank all our great sponsors: UltimateDirtTV, Speed Shop 51, World of Thunder Esports League, SRT Australia, Heatwave Designs, FEGPC, and Locked On Lads iRacing Podcast. Miller Family Trucking, great sponsors for Season 13, DirtFan.com, Worldwide iRacing League Association, Extreme Savage, SRW, that's Scalf Race Wraps, ABR Setup Shop, 127 Industries, and the World of Thunder Esports League for all their great support. Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Bailey on Alex Robinson, Jacob Perlman is our producer. Signing off, we will be back for 360 action. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to race number 2 of the evening for the Miller Family Trucking eSports League. It's the ABR Setup Shop 360 Wing Sprint Cars here on UltimateDirtTV. I am Alex Robinson, Matt Bailey, and Jacob Trilliman is our producer for this evening. And Matt, if the action is anything like those big blocks a few moments ago, we are in for another great night of racing.
Oh, I tell you what, mate, it was absolutely unreal. And hello, race fans. It is good to see you all. How good. 360 wing sprint cars in excess of 800 horsepower. These machines pushing out around here at the Eldora Speedway. And, well, the track's going to be a little bit nice and slick tonight, I reckon. According to our little weather sheet that we had there on the just there a moment ago as well. So the time clock hot laps still about to wrap up here in about 10 seconds time, and then we're going to go into qualifying.
So there's your best lap right now. Bryce Lucius is quick in practice, but look at this. We have a star-studded field, you know, the 3-time World Outlaw champion Alex Bergeron, and then you talk about, look who's in 16th, making another return here to World of Thunder, Emerson Axum. Just a few nights ago at Kokomo Speedway in the NOS Energy Drink Midgets, Emerson Axum takes his first USAC win at Kokomo Speedway. So talk about trying to run the hot hand from real-life midgets into these 360 wing sprint cars tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be huge. I actually watched that replay on Facebook yesterday. And I'll tell you what, it was absolutely crazy. Is we're into qualifying now on the speedway. How good is this? We'll get some names up on the racetrack in just a second. We'll find out who is driving this beautifully presented number 9 machine. And well, through turns 3 and 4 for the number 9 car on the speedway is Huey Quillen out there on the racetrack as well. So Carter Chevrolet as well, your quick time man at the moment. How good with a 13.990. Coulter West with a 13.999. Then we go into your 14-second bracket. Trevor Royer, quick time out there at the moment as well. Bergeron goes quick with a 13.941. 3-time, one of our Outlaws, NOS entering sprint car, iRacing champion, quick time.
Talk about this. A whole bunch of Team ABR drivers in attendance tonight. There you see he set quick time. Alex Bergeron also in attendance, making a return to the Miller Family Trucking sprint car ranks. Jason Nygaard in the 22. There you see the 40, the 34, it is Bill Miller. Bill Miller on the track in the 34 for Native Pride Racing. That is Bill Miller looking to make another feature here tonight. But also, then you have Rebecca Millette. Rebecca Millette looking to become the first female driver in the 13 seasons of Miller Family Trucking and World of Thunder eSports League history to win a points championship. But she has to knock off that 12, her teammate, of Alex Bergeron. Can it happen? We've seen other crazy upsets happen throughout the years, and I think it can happen this season here tonight, though. Eldora Speedway 360 wing sprint cars, 13.941 for Alex Bergeron. Trevor Royer, Carter Chevalier making a return here. This is week number 2. A lot of new faces coming back here after missing last week at Lanier Speedway. But over 40 cars in attendance once more this week. Mike Augustine there, you see in the top 20. Ryan Underwood, VLR guy. He is in attendance here for sprint cars. And also Austin Stern, Huey Quillen. So a lot of former, late model guys in Huey Quillen, Ryan Underwood that are in the sprint car ranks looking to lock up, a top 5 finish here tonight would be impressive for some of these late model guys. We saw Quillen run an impressive time last week at Lanier Speedway, but here we go. It's time for the talking to stop and the racing to start here at Eldora Speedway. Qualifying has wrapped up. It is time for heat race action, but there it is. Alex Bergeron has set quick time once more. And ladies and gentlemen, There is your results. Bergeron, Royer, Chevalier, Coulter West, and Bryce Lucius are your top 5 in qualifying. And man, oh man, Matt Bailey, this is going to be a dogfight. 45 drivers in attendance for tonight.
Oh, mate, it's going to be wicked. And how good with the 3-time World of Outlaws NOS entering Sprint Car iRacing champion Alex Bergeron quick time. And he's going to start off the pole position in heat race number 1 for Team ABR Esports as well. So Bergeron will start off the pole on his outside. It's Up North Esports number 3 of Rico Robles.
Number 2, LGR Motorsports, the 21, don't blink because it's Blaine Brink. And to the outside, the 40 for Sub-Zero Racing, it's Jeremy Parker.
Position number 5 with the 9 machine of Jason Skollenbacher, as well as Dustin Hall will start the 331 for Slick Sim Sports out of 6.
Brandon Johnson in the 18. He starts in the 7th spot to the outside, the 11 of Mitchell Farmer. And rounding out the field, it's the 67 for Native Pride Racing, Donnie Batiste. That rounds out your 9-car field, top 4, 5 heats on tap, 4 to the A main event. And then everyone else to Consolation Racing. And ladies and gentlemen, heat race number 1 on the track. Lights will go out next time by. Talk about this front row. You have the 3-time World of Outlaw champion and Alex Bergeron. You have ABR Setup Shop sponsored Rico Robles and Blaine Brink also in the mix. I don't know if Jeremy Parker, can we get a close-up on that car? I think he might be sponsored by ABR Setup Shop as well. So you might have the front 4. Let's see, that Sub-Zero car is not sponsored. So the front 3, though, sponsored by ABR Setup Shop, and then it is the owner of ABR Setup Shop, Alex Bergeron, looking to go back-to-back here in the 360s.
Yeah, I'll tell you what as well, it's good to see Zach McSwain in the field for tonight as well. He was out there in qualifying just briefly a moment ago as well. Heat race number 1, race fans. 9 cars to do battle, 8 laps on the board. Heat race number 1, 360 sprint cars, we're green.
Race number 1 underway as you see Blaine Brink trying to go to the inside of Alex Bergeron. Those two battled it out last week, but there goes Robles to the outside now, and here we go, side-by-side action for the 2nd spot. It's Brink, it's Robles, Jeremy Parker right behind him as well. Again, top 4 go on to the A main event, and these boys are battling for every inch of starting spot they can get to the A main.
Yeah, definitely, mate, as well. How good is this? Bergeron crosses line, he's still your race leader. We're only ticking over to lap number 3, race fans. Sorry, it is 10 laps on the board for tonight for heat races as well. So they'll be across the board for the 5 heat races out there on the track for tonight as well. How good side by side into turns 1 and 2. Brink will take over P2. Here comes Robles back to the inside. Slide job in turns 3 and 4. Can he get the job done? Yes, he does. Robles back up to P2.
Caution flag is out. Jeremy Parker, he was upside down. Here's the UltimateDirtTV instant replay. We saw it in the back of the screen there. Here's Jeremy Parker. That 19 Motorsports Foundation sponsored machine gets a little tight, then gets some contact, and he goes around. So a tough break for Jeremy Parker side on his side. So that will write an end to his heat race here. We'll see him in consolation action. So a little bit of problems there for that 40 machine. He's in the pits, but that helps out Donnie Batiste, Mitchell Farmer, Jason Schonbachler, as those guys move up a spot and move an inch closer to a transfer spot. But talk about that battle for second. Rico Robles, Blaine Brink, that was the battle to watch. And I think for the closing out of this heat race, that will also continue to be the spot to watch.
Yeah, definitely right, mate, as well. So we'll go back to the last recorded lap. Just under halfway home, race fans. Bergeron, your race leader, and how good has this been? Blaine Brink and Rico Robles. The USA 3, sponsored by ABR Setup Shop, on board that race car, and also for Up North Esports as well. The 3 machine of Rico Robles and Blaine Brink. All 3 cars sponsored by ABR Setup Shop, and I tell you what, Bergeron will have a bit of a problem on his hands if these guys get a bit quicker.
Watch out here because Robles starts on the outside of Alex Bergeron. Brink right behind Bergeron. We saw Brink give Bergeron a run for his money last week in one of those heat races in the 360s, but Bergeron ended up closing it out and winning his heat race, and then going on and winning the feature event. Right now, these boys are ready to give him a run for his money. Pace truck going to duck off. We're going to go back green. Here we go. And we're back underway. And look at the jump for Blaine Brink as he goes right there to the inside of Alex Bergeron once more. Slide job by Blaine Brink. He takes the lead momentarily. Alex Bergeron ducks back underneath. And here comes that pressure we're talking about. Bergeron going to slide up that battle for second. Back on between Robles and Brink. Those two gaining on the 12 of Alex Bergeron. Here we go. 3-car battle. It looks like it's upon us here for that lead. Who is going to take it?
Oh, pressure is on big time right now for Bergeron. How good is this race, fans? Blaine Brink right on the re-nerf bar of the 12 machine of Alex Bergeron with 2 laps left to go, this time by across the stripe out of turn number 4. And Bergeron, using the slider line to his advantage, runs the bottom side of the speedway in turns 1 and 2 that time though. What's going to happen here? Blaine Brink, he's going to run into turn 4, challenge for the race lead. Final lap around the Eldora Speedway. Blaine Brink has the race lead, heading down the back straightaway for the final time. Blaine Brink, Alex Bergeron, who's going to get the job done? Oh my Gideon, it's a photographic finish. How good is this race, fans? Bergeron will take the win in heat race number 1. Oh my Gideon, how good was that? Bergeron with the win over Blaine Brink and Rico Rubbles. Dustin Hall will round out the final transfer spot. And well, Alex, how good was that?
And oh man, Brink and Robles once more put some pressure on that 12, but Alex Bergeron, he said, bring all you got because I come out with the win. But here we go. Heat race number 2, and on the front row, Black Diamond Motorsports, the 90 from Reading, Pennsylvania. It's Trevor Royer to the outside ABR. It is the 22 of Jason Nygaard.
Position number 3 with the 23 machine of Huey Quillen and Mike Augustine in the 72 from position number 4.
Corey Austin, the 92, he will start on the inside of row number 3 to the outside. The 97 Team Outlaw Motorsports, it's Tyler Schultz.
Row number 4, position number 7 with a 24 machine of Scott Bittinger. Position number 8 with a 510 of Eddie Holden Jr. And out of position 9, we'll round out the field. There's 13 car of Garrett Adams out of position number 9 as well. So how good is this race, fans? Alex, we didn't take the picks in heat race number 1, but who have you got for this one?
Oh, this is going to be a tough one here, but you know what? I'm going to go with the Pennsylvania man. Starting on the front row, that 90, Trevor Royer, gets the job done for Black Diamond Motorsports.
I got Jason Nygaard. How good is this? Let's see what's going to happen, race fans. Another 10 laps on the board. 360 wing sprint cars. We're green.
Green flag out here for heat race number 2. Royer goes to the top side. Here comes pressure already on Jason Nygaard. Huey Quillen, he takes the second spot momentarily, gets up in that cushion. We talked about in the big blocks. Contact. Mike Augustine, Corey Austin also involved there, as that's going to change the game for Corey Austin. He drops back to the 5th spot. He was in the transfer spot. He is now in 5th. Mike Augustine into the 4th and final spot. And you see the gap just from that contact. Augustine holds the 4th spot, but look at the 97. Tyler Schultz was involved as well, missing the front nose wing there for that 97, and that might be costly.
Yeah, that race car will be an absolute nightmare to handle as well around the racetrack. As well without downforce on the front wheels there as well. But how good is this, race fans? Nygaard, the team ABR setup shot, wicked cushion. CSI Shocks number 22 machine up to P2. He's chasing down your race leader of Trevor Royer, the 90 machine. Down the back straight into turns 3 and 4. Halfway home this time by Alex.
We're caution. Waves. And I think the 72, Mike Augustine, involved in that one. So, Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. Here we go. Let's see what happens to that 92. He slides up the track, gets into the rough stuff, into the wall he goes, and around and upside down for Mike Augustine. So that's back-to-back heat races. Then a car in a transfer spot or fighting for a transfer spot goes upside down and around to potentially end their heat race, but he is still on the track at 72, but he's got a long way to go, short time to get there if he wants to get back into that 4th spot.
Tell you what, it's always like Smokey and the Bandit. You know, had to go halfway around the world to find, 40 cases of Cool as Light, I suppose. So how good is this, though, race fans? We're only a few laps into heat race number 2, and the racing has been electric so far. How good. Royer, the UltimateDirtTV sponsored Black Diamond Motorsports number 90 is your race leader, and Jason Nygaard now has a chance to take a big Enos Burdett, I think it was. Jacob, thank you. So, that's all right. Producer coming through and asking me that question. If anyone knows the answer to this one, if you have seen the old movie of Smokey and the Bandit, who did they send the bill to for all those 40 cases of Coors Light? Question for later on in the race. We'll check the Facebook chat, and I'll tell you what, I've already released the answer, but everyone can just go back and watch that later on as we go back to green flag here at Eldora.
Trevor Royer back out in front, but here comes Nygaard now. Nygaard to the inside, slide job by Nygaard. He spins the tires. That might be costly, as you see. Now Royer goes to the inside. He's going to return the favor of sliding up there. You see right there at the exit of the turns. It's getting slick right against the cushion there. Here we go, side by side we go once more. For the lead, the 90 of Royer, the 22 of Nygaard. And keep your eye out for D12, Huey Quillen. He's in the mix. Corey Austin as well.
Oh, just like heat race number 1, Royer back to the inside on Nygaard. Down the back straight away once again. We're back to where we were just 30 seconds ago. It's through turns 3 and 4. Nygaard takes over the race lead with 2 laps left to run. Down to turns 1 and 2. Royer once again a slide job on Nygaard.
Nygaard and Royer battling it out. Right there goes Nygaard, returns the favor down the front straightaway. White flag in the air for Jason Nygaard. Royer goes to the inside once more. Slide job. Nygaard knew it was coming, goes to the inside. He goes right back. Here comes Huey Quillen now. Quillen gonna go to the inside. He slides up on Trevor Royer. 3-car race to the finish line once more. Nygaard wins, Royer second, Quillen and Corey Austin in the 4th spot. And oh my goodness, another close finish here for heat race number 2, Matt Bailey. That's a great way to start off the night.
And how good is this? 800 horsepower, 360 wing sprint cars. How good. What a race for Jason Nygaard. That will make it 2-0 for me. Thank you very much, Alex. I've sort of had in my brain that Bergeron would win heat race number 1. Here we go with your results, race fans. Jason Nygaard will take the win in heat race number 2. Trevor Royer in 2. Huey Quillen in 3. And Corey Austin will round out your top 4. And that is your final transfer spot into tonight's feature race as well from this heat race. And we'll move on to heat race number 3 right now. And, well, let's find out who your grid is.
Starting on the pole, the 15 of Carter Chevalier to the outside, the 60 machine from Florida, it's Sean English.
Position number 3, and he's just come back recently from a midget win. It's Indiana's own Emerson Axum in the 42 from 3, and Timothy Korkiakowski in the 29 from 4.
Starting in the 5th spot, the 57 of Austin Griffey from Pennsylvania to the outside, the 34 Miller family trucking on the side of that car. It is Bill Miller.
Position number 7 with the 35 of Noah Bowman, and position 8 will be the 33 of Sage Luther, and Brett Taylor will round out the 41 in position 9.
You see the 42 Emerson Axum not making the call, it looks like, for this heat race. So, tough break for the young man, but again, let's talk about it real quick here before we go green. He had a heck of a run at Kokomo, that 42. Petrie Motorsports, he gets his first win. Heck of a job by him and gets it in his home state. So, can he carry that momentum throughout the rest of this season?
I'll tell you what, though, Alex, he was racing very hard there with Big Daddy Chris Wyndham as well. He was right on the money there. It was slide job central at Kokomo last week. And how good, we got another 10 laps on the board as we go green for heat race number 3.
Race number 3 underway. Carter Chevalier, he's off to the races already. He's out in front. And before we get too far into this heat race, I picked Chevalier to win. Who you picking, Matt Bailey?
I've got Austin Griffey. I reckon he's always been an elbows up driver in that Up North eSports 57 as well. For Austin Griffey, he's back there right now in the Team ABR setup shop. Up North eSports number 57 machine in P3.
Austin Griffey in the 3rd spot right now. Corky Akowski right now just lost his spot to Bill Miller. Corky Akowski into the wall. He's trying to save it. He saves it right now, but he's losing spots. Never mind. Upside down he goes. And that is the 29. Timothy Corky Akowski and Noah Bowman getting into it there on the back straightaway. Caution flag. Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. Here we go, folks. Let's take a look at this one. And we saw it from the get-go. Corky Akowski loses the spot to Bill Miller, goes up top, hits the wall a few times, gets a little tight. Noah Bowman nowhere to go. Contact between the two of them. And that brings out your first caution here of heat race number 3. And once again, Matt Bailey, that's 3 heat races in a row, 1 caution, and that caution is from one guy battling for the transfer spot. So tough break for Corky Akowski there. But right now, the one thing to keep your eye on, Bill Miller, the 34. I got to talk to him in the pits before this race. After he made the show for the big blocks, talking to him in the pits, he said he doesn't feel much, he doesn't know how he's going to show up here in the sprint cars. Right now, just going to hold your spot. You're in a transfer spot. That 34 has Sage Luther, Brett Taylor, and Noah Bowman has some damage, but he's behind him as well. Just has to hold off 3 cars now, and he's in the show tonight.
Yeah, definitely right, mate, as well. And it's always good when we've seen 3 heat races. Obviously, we've seen 2 heat races now up to heat race number 3. And in those 2 first heat races, we saw 1 caution. And then we saw the top 3 race to the finish. And how good is this? If we can see it once again, it's going to be a cracking show here tonight, race fans. How good? What do you reckon, Alex? Is it going to be another top 3 to the finish?
Oh, I think it'll be a top 4 to the finish here if Bill Miller and them guys can get a restart. I think it'll be a barn burner down to the final lap. Who is going to take home the win? Carter Chevalier takes us back to the green flag. There comes Austin Griffey. Griffey gets the jump on English. English into the wall. English, oh boy. English now drops back to 3rd. Griffey drops back to 5th right now. Sage Luther, he is in one of those 4 spots. Here comes Bill Miller. Griffey and Luther upside down they go and around. Contact between the two of them. Problems down the front straightaway. Second caution of heat race number 3 out here. Sage Luther in the pits. His night is done in heat race action. Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay, and we're going to see this again. Battle for that 4th and final transfer spot was on haymaker by Austin Griffey into the wall, and those two couldn't get away from each other. Sage Luther goes airborne. Griffey gets a little cleanup shot there. So problems for those two once more here tonight, and that is your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. And man, Matt Bailey, now I'm a little scared because Sage Luther showed some speed. Noah Bowman showed some speed. Sean English had some problems, but he's up there as well. I think this is still going to be anybody's game, and it's going to be a dogfight to the finish line.
I'll tell you what, man, it's going to be one smashing, absolutely, it's going to be one electrifying B-main. I reckon tonight it is going to be absolutely off tap. As the amount of cars already that we've seen, and some really fast cars that we've seen earlier on tonight as well, and I reckon it's going to be one electrifying B-main. However, the 15C of Carter Chevalier is your race leader, Sean English, in the 60 machine back there in position number 2. That's the white car, holding down the 2nd position at the moment of Bill Miller. At the moment in position number 3. Oh, looks like, yeah, Bill Miller, so holding down position 3 at the moment. That is the blue and white machine on the 2nd row. So we've lost a few cars, Alex. We're going back to the green flag this time by.
Back to the green flag, and here we go. Can we have another great finish? We'll find out. We're going to be halfway down, halfway to go when we go green flag racing here. Green flag out. Carter Chevalier gets another good start, goes to the bottom, drifts up top. and that 15C right back on it once more. You see Bill Miller. Miller trying to go to the inside of Sean English. English looking sharp. He goes to the inside. That's contact for Bowman. He loses the transfer spot. Now Brett Taylor. He is in the 4th spot, but he has Griffey. He has Bowman right back on him. All 3 cars have some major damage on their cars after hitting the wall hard in those last 2 cautions. That 3-car battle. 3-car battle again. 2 go to the consolation. 1 goes to the show. Who is going to take home that one? But Carter Chevalier out in front. Sean English, Bill Miller, and Brett Taylor are your top 4 right now.
How good is this race, fans? Austin Griffey was banging the boards down here at Eldora just a moments ago on the top side of the speedway. Goes back to the top again in turns 1 and 2. Trying to track down Brett Taylor in the 17 car at the moment as well. Oh, Griffey! There was a right rear in that. We saw that just briefly. Noah Bowman fed Austin Griffey the biggest right rear we've seen so far tonight as well. Carter Chevrolet through turns 3 and 4 though. How good is this? So Carter Chevrolet will take the win. Sean English in 2.
Here we go.
We'll get your official results though. Sorry, Alex.
Here's your replay of this battle for the transfer spot was on. There's Griffey. Griffey getting some contact there. Got a right rear, and man, he blew that engine tonight. So, gonna have to make some small repairs. Actually, one big repair, as he's gonna have to get back out there for a C main later on tonight. But here it is: Chevalier, English, Miller, and Bowman going on to the A main tonight. Taylor, Griffey, Luther, Korkikowski, and if Emerson Axton can get that car back out on the raceway, they will be in the consolation action later on tonight. Here we go. Heat race number 4, and on the pole, LGR Motorsports, you one of the best. Well, it's the 10C of Coulter West to the outside for D12, the 25 of Zach McSwain.
Position number 3 will be Rebecca Millette in the 14 machine, and Ryan Underwood. Oh, this guy will be absolutely electric in this one. The Team Victory Lane Racing number 46 will start out of 4.
Dalton Collins in the 95. He will start in 5th to the outside, the 44 of Lance Heinberger.
Connor McGowan will start the 64 for Mecca Motorsports out of 7, and Mark Gebhardt, the HMR Circuit of Champions Highside Racewear number 96 machine, will start out of position number 8, and Stephen Turbeville, I think it's pronounced, will start out of position number 9 for Vanderpool Racing. So let's see how Mark Gebhardt goes in this one. The USA 96 hails all the way out of Hanover in Pennsylvania. Lives just down the road from 2 of the world's best sprint car drivers in the World of Outlaws NOS entering Sprint Car Championship as well in real life. Down the road from Logan Schuhart and Jacob Allen. As well does Mark Gebhardt live. So good to see him here tonight in the 360 wing sprint cars, and hopefully he'll do pretty well. So Coulter West, the 10C. And Zach McSwain on the front row. Alex, we're going green.
Green flag is about to drop, and it is out. And you talk about Mark Gebhardt, you know, they call it the virtual porch here at iRacing, the porch sitters in the Pennsylvania posse. He's off of it tonight. He's looking to make an A-main here at Eldora. Contact back there. Caution flag is out. And that was Dalton Collins going around in the 95. So a tough start for heat race number 4 Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. We saw it live, but let's go take a closer look. 3 wide they go into 1 and 2, the 95 machine. It's the slick, has some problems, gets some help going around, and the 95 machine goes once more around. But the good thing is, not much damage there, so he might be one to keep your eye on for transfer spot as when we go back green. But right now, Coulter West, Zach McSwain, Rebecca Millette, and Ryan Underwood still your top 4. But watch Mark Gebhardt, and you know, you talk about him down the street from 2 of the best in the world of outlaws, but he's also like a half hour from me. So Mark Gebhardt trying to represent us here in Pennsylvania at Eldora Speedway. And well, best way to do it is knocking off some of the best in Ryan Underwood, Rebecca Millette.
Let's check out just some quick lap times as well on the speedway. So nothing coming up at the moment. So lap times, not sure what's going on there. So Coulter West, your race leader, Zach McSwain, Ryan Underwood, Rebecca Millette, your top 4. Then Mark Gebhardt, Hails all the way from Hanover in Pennsylvania, the HMR Circuit of Champions High-Side Raceway. Outlaw Wings sponsored. iRacing Outlaws TV sponsored. USA 96 in position 5 as well. So, how good we're going to get set to go back to the green flag this time by race fans out of turn number 4. Alex, restart time.
My mistake, guys, at D12, but Zach McSwain rocking some Slick Sim Sport gear on there. So Slick Sim Sport 25, that's Zach McSwain. Green flag back out. Can he represent Slick here tonight? Just like the 331 of Dustin Hall did earlier tonight in the big blocks. Here we go. Rebecca Millette throws a haymaker going into 1 and 2. 3-car battle getting ready to go back here. McSwain holds on to second. Millette and Underwood. That is 2 through 4. But watch Mark Gebhardt as these guys are fighting for everything, and gals, sorry, as Rebecca Millette in the bottom side hits the slick, and a tough break contact back there, and that is Connor McGowan into the wall, and we are still green at the moment. Coulter West leads heat race number 4, McSwain, Underwood, Millette. That is still your top 4.
Oh, how good is this? And Zach McSwain closing ever so slightly on Coulter West. Is it going to be like the first 2 heat races, except with 2 cars across the finish line? Zach McSwain, the Slick Sim Sports, number 25, back there in position number 2. How good. He is ripping it here at Eldora tonight as well. Down to turns 1 and 2 again. McSwain went from big look on Coulter West, but couldn't get the job done though. How good. So, lap time still in the mid-14 second bracket around here at Eldora Speedway. And this is just about to get better now, Alex. We got about 4 laps left to go as they cross the line.
Zach McSwain has been impressive here, and remember, Slick Sim Sport has a lot of impressive sprint car drivers on that team, including the 41 of Logan Rumsey, who's not in attendance here tonight, but he is an impressive 410 and 360 driver, wingless and midget as well. He is one of those guys for Slick Sim Sports, as he is helping that man in the 25 out here tonight with some of those sevs. Ryan Underwood for VLR, he is in the 3rd spot. He's gaining on the 25. White flag going to be in the air next time by. You see Millette in 4th right now. Slide job by Underwood. He takes over 2nd. McSwain takes it right back. They go side by side. White flag out here, ladies and gentlemen. McSwain returns the slide job, but the 10C. Coulter West for LGR Motorsports. He is going to win heat race number 4, but who's going to come home in the 2nd spot? We will find out. McSwain hits the wall, but he's still going to take home 2nd. Ryan Underwood in 3rd. Rebecca Millette in 4th.
Wow, that was a close finish. How good was that? Well, we race fans, it's just getting started. How good is that? Coulter West will take home the win in heat race number 4. Zach McSwain, Ryan Underwood, Rebecca Millette, Mark Gebhardt, Connor McGowan, Stephen Turbeville, and Dalton Collins, and Lance Heinberger will round out the 9-car field in that one. Positions 5 through to 9 will light up in the B main 4 tonight. Positions 1 through to 4 will transfer on into tonight's feature race.
Here we go. Starting on the pole, the 32 of North eSports, it's Bryce Lucius to the outside. Ryko Motorsports, number 9 of Damian Keffer.
LGR Motorsports driver number 75, Machine of Austin Stern, will start out of 3. And Mario Perez, Hiles, all the way from Florida, will start the 71 from position number 4.
Starting at 5th, the 02, it's Jordan Gage to the outside, the 26 of Brandon Voiles.
Position number 7 will be the Team Outlaw Motorsports driver, the 19 of Sean Judson Jr. and Cody Gatsy, I think it's pronounced. In the 27 will be out of position number 8, and Braden Black will start the 45 from position 9.
Here we go once more. Damian Keffer, keep your eye on him. Heat race number 5. He's a late model guy. He's starting on the front row here. He's been impressive throughout the times you've seen him in late model action on UltimateDirtTV. Can he run here well in the sprint car ranks? The lights are out on the pace truck. You have Bryce Lucius. ABR setup shop for Up North eSports. ABR setup shop back behind him. 75X Fleetwood, Pennsylvania, Austin Stern. So, can ABR setup shop put some more cars into the show here tonight? Right now, green flag is out. Bryce Lucius takes over the green flag, and he's off to the races. He said, see ya, boys. Austin Stern makes a costly mistake, and right now he has to fight for that transfer spot because Jordan Gage Brandon Boyles, they are right behind him. There's Mario Perez as well. And caution, flag waves. Once again here in a heat race number 5, first caution for them. And it's Team Outlaw Motorsports 19. It's Sean Judson. Problems for him as UltimateDirtTV instant replay. Let's see what happens for that 19 machine. As, oh boy. Goes in. Oh, he entered a lot lower than what you're supposed to, and he blew that engine up real quick. So tough break for Sean Judson, as you'll see him in consolation action later on tonight.
I'll tell you what, Alex, you never really see a sprint car turn hard left like that. I think something broke on that race car. So we'll get the official pit report just a little bit later on and find out what happened to the team Outlaw Motorsports, number 19 of Sean Judson Jr. As well, we'll find out what happened to that race car and how good was the start for the ABR setup shop up north eSports, number 32 of Bryce Lucius. How good was that start for him? He absolutely rocketed away, Alex, and Damien Kiefer's got the outside of the front row at the moment as well. As we take a look at your lap times at the moment as well, low 16-second bracket to early 17-second bracket in heat race number 5. Final heat race of the night, race fans, and then we get into the pointy end of the show. Alex, we're still getting there, mate, but we've still got a lot of racing left to go.
Consolation races coming up next, followed by quick warm-up and then feature event. But don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, the nightcap. It is the Extreme Savage Pro late models, brought to you by the 127 Industries. You saw 127 Industries take home a win earlier, and Blake Majulis, huge announcement coming up in that broadcast. You gotta stay tuned to find out what that huge announcement is. But we are green here in heat race number 5, and Bryce Lucius back to on the top.
Wow, we're going to car very sideways. That was a 71 machine of Mario Perez in the 71X car. Back down in pit lane right now as we got a big race going on in turns 1 and 2, heading down the back straightaway at the moment as well. There was Austin Stern and Jordan Gage there. And there was the car, Braden Black. It looks like he's out for tonight in heat racing action as well. But how good is this? We got a two-way battle for positions number 3 and 4 at the moment. Austin Stern and Jordan Gage, going at it in turns 1 and 2, heading down the back straightaway. Perez still limping around to the bottom side of the speedway in the 71 as well. We've got about 5 laps left to go, race fans, as they cross the stripe now. Alex with 4 to run.
4 to run. You see Austin Stern out in the 3rd spot, Jordan Gage in 4th. Pit report, Sean Judson in the 19. The dirt got to him. He ran out of tear-offs, and he couldn't see nothing, so he darted to the inside, got out of people's way. So that is the pit report for the 19 of Sean Judson Jr. That's why he is out of action here. But Austin Stern, he's in the 3rd spot, but look out, folks. That 4 spot is up for grabs. Jordan Gage is on some pressure here. Brandon Boyles right behind him.
How good is this, race fans? 2 laps left to run down the back straight away. They go. Damien Kiefer is your race leader. Lucius in position 2. The race is on. Lucius back to the inside on Kiefer. Down the back straight away for the final time. Kiefer again into turns 3 and 4. Who's going to get the job done? Down the main straight away. Oh, Lucius. Big collection there out of turn 4, and I reckon there's going to be a bit of a recollection going on there on the speedway. We'll get your official results up there in just a second. And Lucius by 0.010 on Kiefer. Wowee. Stern in position 3 and Jordan Gage will round out your top 4. Brandon Boyles in 5. Cody Gazzi in position number 6. And here's the last car on the lead lap. Mario Perez, Braden Black, and Sean Judson Jr. will round out the 9-car field.
Talk about burning the house down already tonight with heat race action. And here we go. It is concede time, and starting on the pole, Team Outlaw Motorsports, the 510. It's Eddie Holton Jr. to the outside, the 33. It's Sage Luther.
Steven Turbeville will start the 4 machine out of position number 3 with Mario Perez in the 71X out of position number 4.
Starting in the 5th spot, Sub-Zero Racing the 40. It's Jeremy Parker to the outside, the 24 from Pennsylvania. It is Scott Binninger.
Position number 7 will be the 29 of Timothy Korkiakowski, and Dalton Collins to the 95 from position number 8.
Starting in the 9th spot, the 45 of Braden Black to the outside. It's the 18 of Camden Johnston.
Out of position number 11 will be the 13 car of Garrett Adams, and hopefully, if he's got the car out there for the B main for tonight, it's the 42 machine of Emerson Axum. Well, race fans, how good is this? Let's get set to go racing here right now. C-main, sorry. It's the second last chance to get into the big dance. And we're about to get set to go. Pace car set to pull to the infield. Race fans, here we go. The Alphabet Soup is underway.
As you see, Mario Perez, Camden Johnston, Emerson Axum, Jeremy Parker, and Lance Heimberger did not make the call, but here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Top 4 go on to your B main here tonight, that last chance qualifier. Right now, Eddie Holden Jr., Stephen Turbeville, Sage Luther, and Timothy Korkowski. They're 3 wide right now. Contact. Oh, boy. Here we go. Scott Binger now. He takes some pressure in here as well as these guys all fighting out for those 4 transfer spots. Timothy Korkowski, he comes up and he takes the lead over from Eddie Holden Jr. Eddie Holden Jr. drops back to 3rd here from Sage Luther. As now, here we go. 4-5 car battle for that 4th and final transfer spot is on.
Well, we big contact. Down the back, straightaway cars upside down, and we're yellow, yellow, yellow. On the speedway, let's take a quick look at your UltimateDirtTV. Hashtag strongest at Mac instant replay into turns number 3 and 4. It looks like Eddie Holden Jr. just got a little bit too high on the racetrack, and a couple of cars had nowhere to go. Looks like it was just really close racing there. Don't think anything was too intentional.
You see there just by watching that caution again. Look at the dust that was kicking up in this race, and you know, this dust has kicked up a little bit more difficulty for some of these drivers, but with Dalton Collins now out of action here, Scott Binger out of action, we're going to be down to about 8 cars on the track. 4 go on, 4 go home now, and it is going to be a dogfight here, and I bet you, if you saw the heat racing and you know how close the heat racing is, there's going to be a close finish here for one of those 4 spots.
Yeah, definitely right, Alex, as well. So Timothy Korkiakowski is your race leader. Sage Luther in 2. Garrett Adams in position number 3. Looks like Dalton Collins back to the pit area. He's pulled that race car in for tonight as well. So he'll be back in the pit area. So, not a good start to tonight's C-main for a few drivers. We got about four cars out of tonight's C-main as we're getting set to go back to the green flag in this time by out of turn number 4. Pace car off to the infield. The green flag resumes here at Eldora for the C-main.
Timothy Korkowski right back on to that gas pedal as he takes it in 2, 3, and 4. Now Sage Luther, he got a heck of a run out of 1 and 2 there to get back up into the 2nd spot. Garrett Adams, Mario Perez, right now, your top 4. You see Turbeville, Braden Black, those guys all fighting it out right now for that 5th spot, but they got to get up to Garrett Adams if they want a chance to go on to that last chance qualifier tonight with these top 4. You see them 2 by 2 going at it here. Sage Luther, Timothy Korkowski, those 2 going at it. Korkowski now under fire. Sage Luther and Mario Perez take over 1 and 2. Korkowski, he's back to 3rd, and Garrett Adams still holds on to the 4th spot, but you see a lot of guys going to that bottom side where a lot of the moisture is on this track.
Yeah, definitely right, mate, as well. Heading down the back straight away. Ladies and gentlemen, not many laps left to go here in tonight's C-main. Out of turn number 4 this time. Boys across the stripe, working lap number 8 of 12. Mario Perez to the inside of Luther. The race is on down the back straightaway right now. Mario Perez relegated back to position number 2. But I tell you what, the speed is on right now in that race car.
Sage, Luther, Mario Perez both have looked strong since they took over 1 and 2. But now who's going to take home the win? A little contact between the two of them. It looked like Mario Perez hit the slick, got a little tight, went down the track. Now he's in the wall. He is going to drop back. Here comes Korkikowski now. Korkikowski in the 3rd spot, going to the inside of Mario Perez. Perez holds on now as he has a run. He still holds into the 2nd spot, but Timothy Korkikowski, he's in the 3rd spot. He's looking strong here tonight, looking to make it A main here tonight, but he's got to get through this C and then a B to do it, and he's in that 3rd spot. Garrett Adams right now, though, holds on to the final spot. Can he hold on to it for one more lap? Because a white flag is out for Sage Luther, who is out in front by a good margin. There's Mario Perez, Timothy Korkikowski, Garrett Adams. Again, that's your top 4, but down the back straightaway into 3 and 4 for the final time, the 33. Sage Luther, he is going to win C main action. Mario Perez in 2nd, Timothy Korkikowski in the 3rd spot, and Garrett Adams takes home your 4th and final transfer.
Yeah, it was a very good race towards the end there as well, and I reckon there might be some more damage on the 71X of Mario Perez's race car from that contact with the retaining wall, and also with Sage Luther there just briefly was going on in turns 1 and 2. Your results right now, race fans, for your C main. Sage Luther will get the job done over Mario Perez, Timothy Korkikowski, Garrett Adams, Stephen Turbeville, and the Braden Black will come home in position 6. Sean Judson Jr. in position 7. And Eddie Holden will round out your top 8 in positions 9 through to 14. Will reside back in the pit area, and they'll have a pie and a sausage roll and possibly a can of Coke later on, and maybe stick a couple of adult refreshments as well down there in the pit area as we're getting set to go right now for your B main, Alex.
Starting on the pole, it is going to be the Indiana native of Jason Sean Beckler to the outside from Pennsylvania, the 72 of Mike Augustine.
Position number 3 with the 41 machine of Brett Taylor, and Mark Gebhardt will start the 96 machine out of position number 4.
Starting in the 5th spot, the 26 of Brandon Boyles to the outside. It's the 11 of Mitchell Farmer.
Position number 7 with a 97 of Tyler Schultz, and position number 8 on his outsides for Up North eSports and Team ABR Setup Shop is Austin Griffey.
Connor McGowan in the 64 for Mecca Motorsports. He starts 9th to the outside. Band of Brothers 27 is Cody Gatsky.
Donnie Batiste will start the 67 out of 11, and out of position number 12 is your C-main transferee of Sage Luther.
Starting in the 13th spot, it's going to be Mario Perez to the outside, Timothy Korkikowski in the 29, and rounding out the field, the 13, Garrett Adams. 15 cars, 4 go on. Who is going to make it to the dance here tonight? We'll find out. Pace truck is heading off. It is Sean Beckler and Augustine heading us to the green. Green flag is out. Last chance qualifier underway.
And how good already good of a start for the 9 machine into turns number 1 and 2. Heading down the back straight away. And Donnie Batiste upside down in the 67. And we are under the caution lights once again, and the UltimateDirtTV instant replay up onto your screen right now. Let's find out what happened for the 67 car. Oh, looks like Mario Perez got tagged as well. There was all sorts of contact there, and I don't think anything was intentional there. I think Mario Perez, again, suffering in the 71X machine.
You saw in front of him, though, 3 wide in turn number 1 and 2 on the first lap of the LCQ. Man, oh man, if that doesn't describe how these sprint cars have been racing tonight and how everything has been racing tonight so far, it has been another phenomenal race here tonight. ABR Setup Shop, 360 wing sprint cars at Eldora Speedway. This is your B main. Again, they call it a B main for a reason. Either you make the dance or you go home. Last chance. But man, oh man, if it's anything like that B main we witnessed about an hour or two ago from those big block modifieds, we're in for a heck of a race.
Yeah, definitely right, mate. We're just on board there briefly with Jason Skollenbaker in the number 9 machine as well. Just briefly on board there, just see him idling around on the speedway as well. So let's see what can happen. Race fans, as we're going to get set to go back to the green flag. Single file restart in your B main for tonight. Pace car off to the infield. Let's go racing.
Flag back out on the raceway for this LCQ. Look at these battles already going on for that 4th and final spot. Brett Taylor has it right now. There comes Austin Griffey, Tyler Schultz, Mark Gebhardt, Griffey around. Oh boy, a lot of contact, a lot of cars upside down and up sideways. Caution flag back out on the raceway, and man, oh man, more drama to add into tonight. I think Austin Griffey, Connor McGowan was also involved in that mess. And man, oh man, boys are getting feisty here tonight. UltimateDirtTV instant replay here, your second caution of this LCQ. And looky here, it all begins in the back. You see, oh, there's Griffey going around. So a lot of problems going on here tonight in this B main for some of these drivers. But Griffey getting the worst of the situation, going around and upside down. So for the 57 of Up North eSports has been some problems, but we are back here live. Yellow flag out, still on the raceway. It's Sean Beckler, it's Augustine. Gebhardt now sneaks his way in to that top 4 spots with Mike Augustine. And talk about that for a second. There you saw the time chart. Haven't completed a lap yet, with some drama added into this B main, but 2 Pennsylvania boys in that top 4 to try and make this A main. And I gotta mess with our dear boss man, Brett Wheeler. Pennsylvania boys coming off the porch right now, and they're in the top 4.
Yeah, that's definitely right, mate, as well. So let's see what can happen. Mark Gebhardt up to position number 3. Augustine in 2. And your race leader as well as we're going to get set to go back to the green flag, this time by, here we go, race fans, lap number 5 of 14. We're racing here at Eldora.
That's qualifier. Sorry.
You're right. We'll down to turns 1 and 2. Gebhardt looking and looking in the 96 car. What's he got on the racetrack for tonight's B main? He is looking for a transfer spot into tonight's feature race as well. And right now, Tyler Schultz is on the bubble in the 97 car. Right now, we're on board with Tyler Schultz.
Look at Schultz. He's on the bottom side. He's trying to hold it as much as he can in that moisture, trying to get the run on Brandon Voiles, who's in that 26 machine. In the 4th spot right now. You see it's not that dusty in front of him. There you see some mud hitting that tear off right now. He's going to change that soon. But the 97 of Tyler Schultz in the 5th spot. Brandon Voiles trying to put some pressure on Mark Gebhardt and put him on that bubble spot right now as the last one to make the dance. But Tyler Schultz, he doesn't care who he's got to pass. He is a man on a mission, and so is Mario Perez and Austin Griffey. They're right behind him, coming after that 4th and final spot, which now Mark Gebhardt has been handed by Brandon Voiles. Those two going at it. Here we go. Now Mario Perez goes to the inside. Schultz goes to the inside of Gebhardt. Now Schultz takes over your 4th spot momentarily. But now Sean Beckler has some company in the 2nd spot. Brandon Voiles in there giving pressure. You see all these cars. 4 spots to make the dance. Here's Griffey as well. Griffey gonna try and force the issue. He saves it right now. But man, oh man, that was almost catastrophic for the 57 of Austin Griffey, who's trying to make it there. Gebhardt on the outside as well, looking in. And now here we go. 4 laps to run here as Mike Augustine, Brandon Voiles, Jason Schombeckler, and Austin Griffey, your top 4 right now.
Yeah, looks like issues for the 96 machine of Mark Gebhardt. He's falling back in the pack. He's back down to position number 7 right now. These guys are absolutely fighting for sheep stations out there on the speedway right now with Only a handful of laps left to go, race fans. It's on like Donkey Kong right now. Into turns 1 and 2. Griffey back on the top side. Alice Morley's come back down from halfway down the back of the pack. Alice Morley in the 57 is up to position number 2. Here comes Austin Griffey right now with 2 to run on the top side of the speedway, Alex.
Austin Griffey in the second spot right now. Brandon Boyles has company because here comes Mario Perez. You see Schultz, Sean Beckler, Gebhardt, all of them have been in the transfer spot at one point or another, but those all looking on the outside looking in right now. White flag in the air. Mike Augustine in the 72. Oh man, he's slowing up. Is he going to have enough gas? He might not. Griffey takes it from him. He wins. Mario Perez, Brandon Boyles, Tyler Schultz takes it here for the final transfer spot as the 72 of Mike Augustine, gimping to the line, runs out of gas here in your last chance qualifier.
Yeah, it's never good when that happens. Now, was it fuel or was it something different in that race car? Well, we'll find out later on. Obviously, a fuel issue. Could have been something different in that race car. Austin Griffey will take the win over Mario Perez, Brandon Voiles, Tyler Schultz, Jason Skollenbacher as well in the number 9 machine. Mark Gebhardt will come home in the top 6 as well and misses out for tonight into the big dance. Mike Augustine will come home in 7. Timothy Korkikowski in position number 8. Cody Mitchell Farmer in 10. Connor McGowan. Garrett Adams, Donny Batiste, Brett Taylor, and Sage Luther will round out your 15-car field. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break here on Ultimate Dirt TV and we'll pay a few bills. We'll be back on the other side of this with your feature race yet to come.
And it is feature time here at Eldora Speedway for the Miller Family Trucking ABR Setup Shop 360 Wing Sprint Cars. Again, I'm Alex Robinson. Matt Bailey joined beside me. Jacob Perlman in the producer's chair for this one. And Matt Bailey, can you believe it is already time for our second feature of the night?
Oh, mate, it's going to be on. Here is your grid, race fans. And we got two of the best on the front row. From position number 1, 3-time World of Outlaws nice entering sprint car iRacing champion is the 12 machine of Alex Bergeron. And on his outside, driving the team ABR setup shop, Wicked Cushion, CSI Shocks, Pit Logic Cap, number 22, it's Jason Nygaard.
Starting in row number 2, the inside 15C, it's Carter Chevalier. To the outside, LGR Motorsports. It is the 10C of Coulter West.
Position number 5 will be the Up North eSports Team ABR Setup Shop number 32. It's Bryce Lucius. Position number 6 with LGR Motorsports number 21 of Blaine Brink.
Starting in the 7th spot, Black Diamond Motorsports hailing from Reading, Pennsylvania, the 90 of Trevor Royer. To the outside, it is the 60 machine of Sean English.
Position number 9, this guy's been on point all night as well. The Slick Sim Sports number 25, Zach McSwain. And on his outside, it's the number 9 machine of Damien Kiefer.
Up Northeast Sports number 3, Rico Roble starts on the 11th spot. To the outside, the 23, it is Huey Quillen.
As we'll roll over the page to position number 13, it's the 34 car, of Bill Miller. And on his outside, it's a super late model driver for Team Victory Lane Racing, the 46 of Ryan Underwood.
15th, it's LGR Motorsports 75, Austin Stern. To the outside, the 331, Slick Sim Sports, Dustin Hall.
Position 17 with a 92 machine of Corey Austin. And at a position 18, it's Noah Bowman. Race fans, we are about to show you the drivers from race control are about to get set to show you the most awesome sight in all of motorsports.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to the Miller Family Trucking Esports League. As the drivers come out of turn number 4, united they stand. They are answering the call. 4 wide salute to you, the fans at home watching UltimateDirtTV. Place your picks in the chat. Who do you have winning here tonight at Eldora Speedway for the ABR Setup Shop 360 Wing Sprint Cars?
Oh, how good is this, race fans? Bang your hands together. Eldora Speedway, last chance before they break formation. It's so good to see the 4 wide. To salute to you, the fans here tonight at Eldora Speedway. These drivers are saluting you. And we ask you in return to stand and make some noise. So that way these guys can hear you as well on the speedway. How good. Bergeron, Chevalier, Coulter West, and Jason Nygaard make up the front row. As these guys get now told to break formation. And then we will get set. They'll get another rolling lap. And then we will get set to let them loose.
Well, Matt Bailey, you know what? We're going to make this interesting because I know who you're going to pick and I know who I would pick. But we can't pick it here because they're both on the front row. We cannot pick a Team ABR driver here. So Bergeron and Nygaard off the table. Who are you picking to win tonight?
I'm going to go with Trevor Royer.
So you're picking the Reading Black Diamond Motorsports 90 of Trevor Royer. I heard Jacob Perlman say he's picking Zach McSwain. And ladies and gentlemen, he looked good in his heat race. He gave a run for everyone's money. I got him going from starting in the 5th spot, the 21. Blaine Brink for LGR Motorsports. He wins here at Eldora Speedway.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the yellow lights, the virtual yellow lights, will go out. They line up in the double conga line of menace, as we would say here in Australia. Race fans, it's time to be seated and strap yourself in for the most awesome sprint car race you're about to see. They roll down the back straight away. Ladies and gentlemen, the time for talk is finally finished. It's time to settle up Eldora, because here we go.
Alex Bergeron leads us into turn 1 and 2. You see Jason Nygaard already under some pressure. There's Coulter West. There's Carter Chevalier. These boys are ready to fight. Blaine Brink already up to the 4th spot. He's battling it out with Carter Chevalier for that 4th spot right now. Everyone battling for some valuable spots. Again, very quick notice here. Noah Bowman, Jordan Gage, Tyler Schultz, and Brandon Boyles. Those guys who did not make the call here, so those guys are out of feature contention already tonight.
Well, how good is this so far? Bergeron, Nygaard, Coulter West, Sean English, Blaine Brink, your top 5. How good, race fans? So far, only a couple of laps into tonight's feature race, and the battle is on right now. Royer back down to position 9. Kiefer there as well. We're going to come to the safety catch fence. And look, are we going to go caution? Yes, we are. Yellow on the speedway.
I'm gonna point this out. I changed my pick. That was the 21 from LGR Motorsports. Blaine Brink gonna get into the wall here. So there's that 21 machine. Goes up tie and hits the wall. And oh boy.
So, Alex, you know what that means, right? You know this means 2 wins for me, 0 for you, right?
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Well, you cooked me up the other week, mate, so... That's all right.
2 weeks ago in super late models. I think you won maybe a consolation race, but I won 4 heat races in the feature event, so I went 5 to your 1.
Yeah, it sure was, mate. Oh, it's always good to have a bit of fun here with commentators as well, ladies and gentlemen. Please post your picks in the comments. And good afternoon to everyone watching online. Shout out to Caden Falkirch, Gage Stevens, and Ethan Langford watching online as well. So how good is this race, fans? Royer up to position number 9 on the speedway. So let's see what happens. He's still got the 2 team ABR drivers up the front. And that'll be a good interview with Alex Bergeron. He'll be pretty happy with that. Let's get set to go once again, race fans. Out of turn number 4, we're back to green.
Back to green indeed, but also keep an eye on somebody else in this field who had to start in the back of the pack after missing the first call. Rebecca Millette is one to keep your eye on, and we are back under the caution already here. So second caution early on in your 30 lap A main event here at Eldora Speedway. Here's your UltimateDirtTV instant replay, and let's check out what happened here as everyone gets bunched up on the start a little bit there, and they take it 3 wide, and oh boy, a little bit of a pile up. There's Royer, there is Chevalier, and well, Matt Bailey, this is a problem when both of our picks get involved in early wrecks.
Mate, we can do a redraw, I reckon. We can, we're still only about, well, we're only about 5 laps into tonight. Obviously, because we started on lap number 5, so technically only about 5 laps in the books so far. And, well, let's see what happens. We know who's going to win. So we might as well just get it out on the table now, Alex. It's obviously going to be either Bergeron or Nygaard. Coulter West was showing some speed there early as well.
What? Since we're repicking, I'm going to stick. I know I'm going to get a message later on tonight if he wrecks out because I'll pick them both. But I'll go LGR 10C. Coulter West is going to finish in that 3rd spot tonight. As we know those ABR cars, and we said we can't pick another ABR car, I would pick Rebecca Millette to go 1, 2, and 3 with those ABR teammates, but we can't pick ABR cars because, well, they're the team to beat in this sprint car world.
They definitely are, mate, as well. 3-time What of Outlaws NOS entering sprint car iRacing champion Alex Bergeron will lead them away out of turn number 4 this time by we're back to green.
Bergeron leads us into 1 and 2. You see Coulter West contact. Oh boy, I'm already sweating here. Coulter West gets some contact. Rico Robles, Huey Quillen now. Quillen into the 3rd spot here. Huey Quillen, wouldn't it be a bolster to his resume if he could say he finished in the top 3? For a late model guy finishing the top 3 of the sprint car races, it would be a bolster in that resume. Zach McSwain, he's in the 5th spot right now, battling it out with Rico Robles. There's Dustin Hall as well. And man, oh man, the dog fight is on between everyone in the top 10. Everyone wants a better spot. You saw Robles right there. He has his hands full with Zach McSwain, Corey Austin, and Dustin Hall. But up front, it's those ABR cars, the 12 and the 22, sitting 1 and 2.
Yeah, definitely right, mate, as well. How good is this race, fans? Sorry, pardon me, sorry. Robles on the top side of the speedway at the moment as well, trying to hold down position on the speedway. This is a battle for positions 6, 7, 8, and 9 at the moment on the speedway, as well as Austin Griffey coming up through the field in the Up North eSports team, ABR setup shop number 57 as well. Oh, big look from Huey Quillen there on Jason Nygaard as we're yellow on the speedway, caution out.
3rd caution of this A main event, Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. Oh boy. Double check here, and we're going to see what happened on the raceway. There's Austin Griffey, and oh no. There's Griffey, there's Robles. Oh, car getting tight there, folks. So caution flag is out there. So we're going to double check here. We're going to check all possibilities here. Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay once more. So a little bit of mechanical issues there. But Austin Griffey in the top 10. But look who's behind Austin Griffey. That 14 machine, Rebecca Millette. She's right there in the top 10 right now. And, you know, we talked about it earlier. For her to become the first ever female driver to win in the Miller Family Trucking Esports League and World of Thunder Esports League history, that would be a first in a lot of record books. And for her to knock off 2 teammates of hers in Bergeron and Nygaard, oh boy, that'll be a very interesting interview if it happens.
Oh, I could definitely tell you that for sure, mate, for sure. Well, ladies and gentlemen, working lap number 15 of 35. Let's go back to green out of turn number 4.
Leads us back into turn 1 and 2. Look at Huey Quillen. Quillen trying to make a move on Jason Nygaard. Now Nygaard gained some speed here. He's going to try and make a move on Alex Bergeron. He's slide chop. Caution flag is out. And oh boy, we were going to have a race for the lead there. Nygaard has to be a little bit upset seeing that caution flag, as here we go, Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay again. Another bunched up start. There's Griffey, there's Tyler Schultz, the 97 of Schultz having a little problem. Oh boy, 2 cars going around, but Schultz brings out your caution flag there in the 97 for Team Outlaw Motorsports. That was your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. But oh my, we were gonna have a phenomenal race for the lead. But talk about that restart for Jason Nygaard, Huey Quillen, as we had a 4-car battle almost for the lead there between Bergeron, Quillen, Nygaard, Coulter West, and I see it coming again, Matt Bailey, as this is going to tear the house down here in these sprint cars, and I cannot wait to witness it here tonight.
Oh, mate, it's going to be absolutely unreal. How good has it been, race fans? How good? Bergeron, your race leader over Jason Nygaard. He went for a slider in turn 3 and 4, made it stick, and then the caution came out. He'll be about as dark as 2 a.m. in that race car, but we know Alex as well. He's going to be elbows up in that race car right now.
Here we go. Let's watch Coulter West's view here. He is behind Huey Quillen, Nygaard, and Bergeron. He's going to get a front row seat here as he had for that slide job by Nygaard. It's going to be one. Keep your eye on that 10C. He is waiting for a mistake by one of these three drivers. We're back green, and look at him. He's going to go right up top here, see if he can get a run. He gets a run on Huey Quillen. Quillen now drops up top. Here comes West, going to run right through that slick patch, as I don't know how smart of an idea it is. You see him fighting with the car. Now he goes up top. But again, that setup looks to be a little tight as he is fighting with the car here.
Yeah, definitely saw that, mate. You saw how much he was soaring at the steering wheel. As well in the 10C, takes a move back on Rubbles. And dear, oh dear, that could have been as worse as a bad sandwich on a bad Monday. And well, we are under the caution lights once again. UltimateDirtTV instant replay coming up onto your screen. And let's see what goes down. Looks like a car upside down there. Not too sure who that was. It was a white car there. I think it could have been maybe Ryan Underwood, I think.
It was either Ryan Underwood. I know he is out of action here. So there's Noah Bowman as well. So a lot of cars having some problems here with this big track at Eldora. And again, I think it has something to do with the dust, the slickness of this track. And these boys are fighting and clawing. Rebecca Millette, though, she is in the pits right now, so we'll have to keep an eye to see if that 14 gets back on the raceway. She was running in the top 10 for a while there, but keep an eye on her. Blaine Brink, remember, he was in that first caution tonight. He is back up until 11th with his teammate Austin Stern in front of him here. But just look at that for a second here. You have ABR cars 1 and 2. Rico Robles, the sponsored ABR setup shop, in the top 5 as well. You have Coulter West. You have Austin Stern, and you have Austin Griffey in the top 10 as well. ABR setup shop cars are throughout this top 10, and man, oh man, this has to be a bolster for Alex Bergeron.
Yeah, that's right, mate, as well. And Ryan Underwood, he had the 2-minute time clock. He came back out onto the speedway. The car didn't feel right, he said. So he's pulled it back into the pit area for tonight as well. Underwood looks like he's going to try and cope with that race car. So he's back out on the speedway, and we had a massive big tangle up in turns 1 and 2 as well. Quillen as well. We got a massive big battle on right now. Contact left, right, and centre as well. There was a car into the safety catch fence on the main straightaway as well. Zach McSwain, give him position number 2 right now. Rubbles in 3. Here comes Coulter West as well. The 10C's up to P3. How good is this right now, Alex? It's only getting started.
Coulter West, Rico Robles, 2 ABR setup shop cars going at it. There's Jason Nygaard back up, and he has to be smiling right now with this. Oh, hello. That was Bryce Lucius in the 32, flipping in turn 3 and 4. Caution flag waves. As UltimateDirtTV instant replay, we're going to have to watch and see here. So here's Mario Perez. Mario Perez brings out the caution as he goes through 1 and 2, gets in the back of a car, and he goes around. But then, Bryce Lucius in 3 and 4 went for a ride of a lifetime. You saw it there on the blimp cam. He went up and over for a ride of a lifetime. We're going to see here. Can we get it? We're going to get it here, folks. So the caution flag waves, and oh, Huey Quillen going to get a little contact, and oh, Bryce Lucius goes for a ride. He is out of action right now, so he's going to have that 2-minute time clock, getting ready to see if he can get back on the raceway before we go back green. But talk about drama. Jason Nygaard drops back to the 5th spot right now. That outs up Zach McSwain into the 2nd spot. Coulter West in 3rd with Rico Robles there, then Nygaard and Huey Quillen. So watch as these battles heat up here. We're almost at the 10 lap to go mark, and this is going to come down to the final lap to see who makes the podium here tonight.
Mate, I tell you what, Alex, you got McSwain, who's come from knees deep in this pack right now as well. So McSwain will restart on the outside of Bergeron. What's going to happen in this one, race fans? The pace car back to the infield. We're back to the green flag.
Alex Bergeron goes right up top. That opens the door. Here comes Coulter West. West with a slide job. Bergeron gets contact. Contact by Bergeron now with cars following up. Nygaard gets in there. Caution flag waves. And oh boy, talk about some more drama to this feature event, everyone. Here, this is going to be a dogfight. Alex Bergeron, I don't know if he'll get his spot back. If he is not the cause of the caution, he should go back up. UltimateDirtTV instant replay. We saw this front and center, but let's see this once more. Alex Bergeron there as he dropped back. But
Yeah.
oh boy.
Definitely right there, Alex, as well on that restart. There was contact. Left, right, and center going into turns 1 and 2, and I think there was one car who was right on the rear nerve bar as well. That was Zach McSwain, right on the rear nerve bar of the 12 machine, and I think there might have been just a little bit of no gas release on the 25 machine. He was trying to hold it down as well, so I think what happened there was Bergeron and McSwain were there side by side, or nose to tail, sorry, in turns 1 and 2. And then it was all over Red Rover from there. So, looks like McSwain back up to P2. Bergeron will regain the race lead. And talk about lucky for the Team ABR setup shop. Wicked Cushion, CSI Shocks, Next Gen Fab, Dirt Armada number 12 of Alex Bergeron. 3-time World of Outlaws NOS entering Sprint Car iRacing champion. Pace car back to the infield race, fans. Let's go back to green flag racing.
Green flag back at Alex Bergeron. Back to the top side he goes as McSwain, Coulter West. Oh boy, more crashing indeed. Caution flag once more. And you know, for the 12 and the 25, you got to be dreading this caution flags because you want to get to this race, especially if you're Zach McSwain. But here we go. Let's check this out again. Here's your restart. We go 3 wide at the restart line, and oh boy, not the night to see here tonight.
No, definitely not, mate. Definitely not. It's getting a little bit disastrous out there on the speedway. You can see how much the track is slickened off. Not a lot of grip left on the racetrack as well. So, Bergeron, McSwain, Coulter West, Jason Nygaard, these guys will be considering fuel in those race cars. Now, these cars can only hold. There are a 30-gallon tank in these race cars. So let's see what's going to happen. Will fuel come into an issue here tonight at the Eldora Speedway? Bergeron rolling around there as well. Lights are out. Let's get set to go. Bergeron, McSwain, Coulter West. Who's going to get the job done, ladies and gentlemen? Will it be Bergeron or will it be McSwain? Will it be Coulter West? Let's find out as they roll through turn number 3 and 4. The pace car is going to get set to pull back to the infield. We're back to green.
Green flag back out on the racetrack. Bergeron goes right back to the top side. If you want to get below him, go ahead. He said, be my guest, but you're going to have to go and throw a haymaker if you want to get by here tonight. And another caution flag in the air. More problems from the back of the field, and I think that one might be Austin Griffey. UltimateDirtTV instant replay. Bunched up start here. There's Huey Quillen. Oh, we're going to go side by side there at the... Oh, boy.
Well, Blaine Brink, Jason Nygaard as well. Huey Quillen was in there as well. They looks like it was a right rear to a left front situation going on in on that restart there with Jason Nygaard and Huey Quillen. Nygaard was looking to go to the top side, and Quillen was already there in the 23 car as well. So, Alex, the drama continues here in tonight's feature.
You know what? The tension is building, you know, and I'm expected the tension and the tempers to boil over here soon with some of these drivers as they want to fight for transfers for a podium spot here. So, we're closing in on 10 to run. It's Bergeron, it's McSwain, it's Coulter West. I'm a little disappointed because Blaine Brink got caught up in that one, and he made it. Remember that caution early back in, made it all the way up to the top 5 just to get caught up in some more problems. So a tough break for the 21 of Blaine Brink, but can his teammate, the 10C of Coulter West, park it into a podium spot here tonight for LGR Motorsports? We'll find out here because we're about to go back to green flag action here. Bergeron, McSwain, Coulter West, Huey Quillen, and Corey Austin. That is your top 5 pace truck off. Green flag, back out.
Down to turns number 1 and 2, and Bergeron all over it like a bad rash, heading down the back straight away into turns number 3 and 4 right now. Green flag still out, so we're still good to go. McSwain trying to get the job done as well, as we're looking Ryan Underwood, the Team VLR number 46 machine, trying to move up as well. He's up to position number 5 on the speedway as well. Here comes Tyler Schultz in the 97 as well. Good run for Tyler Schultz tonight as well in the Team Outlaw Motorsports number 97 machine. Trying to get the job done as well, looking for a top 5 run here tonight for Tyler Schultz as well. We got a 3-way battle up the front as well, heading down the back chute. Bergeron, McSwain, and Coulter West. How good is this? And we're yellow, yellow, yellow. Mario Perez, the 71X machine. Oh dear. It looks like, again, Jason Nygaard as well down the back of the bus. And Perez found the concrete wall. And it bit him big time in turns 1 and 2. Well, Alex, it continues.
I'm going to need a doctor because, you know, the tension is building and building and building. And I'm terrified to see what happens in the final laps of this one here between Bergeron, between Coulter West, between even Zach McSwain. You have Ryan Underwood, Huey Quillen. I mean, go back even more. Tyler Schultz, Corey Austin. We've seen it happen. Rebecca Millette, she's in 10th right now. Anything can happen in this race tonight. And oh boy, this is going to be fun for us. Nygaard, look at that right now with is that a 15? A 15.3 there was for the overall quickest lap. So think about that for a second. 15.3, that was probably early on in this feature event. The track was still slick. So to run a 15.3 has to be a pretty good time.
Yeah, definitely right, mate, as well. So these guys still getting round here in the low to 15 mid-second bracket. So let's see what can happen. It was all on like Donkey Kong between the top 3. You can see Coulter West edging Zach McSwain there as well out of turn number 4. We're back to green flag racing and down to turns 1 and 2 they go. Bergeron, McSwain followed him on the top side. Here comes Tyler Schultz, and Ryan Underwood splits them 3 wide into turns 3 and 4 and move Underwood up to position number 4 on the speedway.
Next to run here, Zach McSwain is your new leader momentarily. Him and Bergeron swapping spots right now. There's Tyler Schultz. He is in the 5th spot, battling it out with Ryan Underwood for the 4th spot. Don't count out Huey Quillen there. But think about that for a second. Zach McSwain took over that front spot momentarily. But Bergeron, he's taking it back, and he's not looking back here at that 25 machine as Coulter West trying to gain on Zach McSwain, and he's doing it well. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, closing in. 3 to run for Alex Bergeron.
How good is this, ladies and gentlemen? Wow. Down the back straight away, Tyler Schultz puts a move. on Huey Quillen right now. We're working lap number 33 on 35. 3 laps left to go. Race fans, how good is this? Bergeron still your race leader, McSwain in 2. We're watching the battle up front right now between Bergeron, Zach McSwain and Coulter West. Nothing in it, heading down the back straight away into turn number 3 and 4. Alex, the white flag is out. Bring us home.
Alex Bergeron into 1 and 2. You see him filing in. Slide job by Zach McSwain for the lead here on the white flag. Bergeron goes back underneath. Here we go. A slide job. Get ready to serve again. Here we go. Alex Bergeron ducks underneath. Out of turn number 4. The 12 gets it done. Photo finish for second. Zach McSwain gets it done in second. Coulter West in third. Ryan Underwood fourth. Huey Quillen and fifth. And oh boy, talk about a finish for that second spot between Zach McSwain, Coulter West. West waited for his chance to strike, and he almost did it there, but there it is. Alex Bergeron wins. Coulter West gets the second spot done. Zach McSwain in third. Ryan Underwood, Huey Quillen round out your top 5.
Gee, I think the crowd just woke up an old lady down the road in Ohio. How good is this, race fans? Tyler Schultz will come home in position number 6. Rico Robles in 7. Jason Nygaard in position number 8. And a good drive tonight by Nygaard. As well, Dustin Hall home in 9th. And Brendan Voiles will round out your top 10.
11th, it was Rebecca Millette, Noah Bowman in 12th. Corey Austin, Mario Perez, and Austin Stern round out your top 15.
We move back to position number 16. And Austin Griffey, Blaine Brink, and Sean English will round out your 18 car finishes here tonight. Race fans, how good is that? And bang your hands together for your feature race winner, Alex Bergeron.
We're going to run to commercial break because I need a doctor after that finish. So, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, no heart attacks, all right, Alex? No heart attacks.
Look, we got another race yet coming up here. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will throw it to a commercial break real quick. I'm going to get some water, and we will be back in Victory Lane.
Well, race fans, welcome back to UltimateDirtTV. We're down here on the podium, here down on the bottom side of the racetrack on the main straightaway, and we're here with second place runner tonight is Zach McSwain. Zach, mate, what a race for you guys here tonight. Obviously, sorry, actually, you got third because I think Coulter just got you on the line.
I think we tied at the line. That was a pretty good race there. I'm not very good in these things, so I was just happy to be up there near the front.
Mate, you were racing hard there with Berger on there for a couple of laps. It was a wicked race, and we were going nuts up here in the commentators booth. I can tell you that for a fact. Mate, it was a wicked race, but your team here tonight, mate. Obviously, run us through the closing laps of that race, man, and run us through how the track was.
It was just pretty much up top all the way around. I think the slider line was pretty good, but it was just hard to run it being in traffic like that. So I don't know. I was surprised to be close to Bergeron as I was. So that was pretty cool. So I threw a couple sliders there at him, but I just not too good. So we'll take third place.
Mate, it was an awesome drive by your team here tonight, mate. Obviously, sponsor shout out to Turns Wheels on this race car.
Sponsor Speed Connection, Big Al's Guns, Lizard Lick Pit Lights, KMJ Graphics, and thank y'all for putting on the league and broadcasting.
Well done on position 3, mate, and we'll see you next week, mate. Congratulations. Well, Alex, I believe you're down in the pit area with Coulter West.
Coulter West, what a show, what a finish. And you come home in the second spot here tonight. Tough break for your teammate, Blaine Brink, but you carried the load for the team here tonight and coming home in second. Got to be accomplished with that show.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm shaking a little bit because that was a crazy finish. I think we actually tied right at the line. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Didn't expect McSwain to be up there as a late model guy, but we got him at the line, and that's all that matters, and a lot of fun.
Talk about the team effort here tonight. You know, LGR Motorsports had some strong runs here tonight. You, Austin Stern, Wayne Brink had some tough luck, but he had a strong car as well. So talk about how far the team has become here, and especially, you know, running in the top 10 in one of the biggest leagues and one of the most competitive leagues here in iRacing.
Well, you know, I got to give a huge shout out to Alex Bergeron on that. He's been working with us a little bit and has made us all faster, especially with his setup shop. And I think that's helped us the most because we were so stuck on setups before. And now that we got it kind of figured out, we're making moves out here. And I mean, it feels great to get second week in a row here at this league. So, yeah.
We know you got a lot of great guys backing you in that number 10 machine. Who do you have to thank for another great showing here tonight?
Of course, I'd like to thank you guys for broadcasting this, and then ABR Setup Shop, Redline Race Designs, Finish Line Repair, One Wish Foundation, Rogue Energy, Wraps and Stitches, and Skull Candy, and then all the guys over at LGR Motorsports. Been a great start to the year, so we're looking forward to keeping going. And yeah, I'm gonna go try to calm down now.
That is your second place finisher, the 10C of Coulter West. And now, Matt Bailey, you get to talk to someone we're oh so familiar with, as he has not stopped winning in these sprint cars, no matter what class it is. It's Alex Bergeron.
Yeah, mate, I'm down here at the hauler with Alex Bergeron. And Alex, mate, it was a wicked drive bringing your team here tonight, mate. Run us through the closing laps. You led all 35 out there on the speedway for tonight. A couple of laps there where McSwain was right there on your rear nerve bar, mate, but you took out the win. Another win under your belt for tonight.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was a good race overall. Just a lot of cautions, and I was just unfortunate, but it was a good battle there with my teammate Jason and everyone from the setup shop on ABR Setup Shop. So Coulter did a great run there and got second from ABR Setup Shop. So congrats to him and everyone who did good tonight. And it was just a tough race overall with all these yellows and the incident limit there. Just a lot of wrecks, and it was hard back there. So it's just overall it was a great track to race on, and hopefully we can do the same next week.
Mate, coming into tonight, obviously a different track every week. Mate, what was the strategy coming into tonight with that race car?
There's not really a strategy. Just try to do our best we can and be up front. That's what we done. And we had a great qualifying speed and a great run in the heat race. It was a really fun battle there in the heat race as well. So I think we definitely put on a great show for the fans out here tonight.
Mate, awesome drive being your team here tonight, mate. Before we let you go, mate, quick sponsor shout out to Turns Wheels on this machine.
Well, everyone at Team eSports, Rebecca and Jason. Congrats to Jason as well. He did a great run with me, and all race was a good show, and we had a lot of fun together tonight. And Rebecca did as well, very good tonight. Just it was very close from disqualification after all these incidents in front of her, and it was just a tough race, but she was running very good in the top 10 tonight. So congrats to her once again, and everyone on the ABR Setup Shop running a great run tonight, representing the brand very good. So thanks to them and all of our sponsors and partners, CSI Shocks, Blood Jacab, BK Design, Smart From Equipment, CD Symptography, ABR Setup Shop, of course, and Grass T3R with everyone that supports us and Stoco and all the fans out here tonight for a great show. And you guys were broadcasting, doing an awesome job, and UltimateDirtTV and Wolf Thunder for doing this. It's definitely a pleasure to be here, and hopefully we can be back in the booth next week.
Well, mate, awesome driving your team here tonight, mate. Congratulations, and another win under the belt. Well done.
Thank you.
Well, race fans, it brings us to the close. Here we go. Alex, what was the last thoughts on that race there?
I need a doctor. After that finish, I might need a doctor before these pro late models. But two great shows so far tonight at Eldora, and here we go. 10 minutes time, the nightcap, the pro late models. It's the Extreme Savage Pro Late Models, brought to you by 127 Industries. And man, oh man, that is going to be an entertaining race. Fixed setups on tap for that one. And again, tune in, ladies and gentlemen. There is a big announcement coming up during that broadcast that you do not want to miss, because, ladies and gentlemen, if you miss it, you're going to miss one of the biggest reveals in Miller Family Trucking eSports history and World of Thunder history, because that's coming up for those pro late models. But Matt, well, I'm not even going to give any spoilers. You're just going to have to tune in to find out what it is.
Yeah, that's exactly right, race fans. Be sure to tune in for the Extreme Savage Pro Late Model race in here in about 10 minutes time. And we'll see you guys then from here, and everyone in the production booth and Alex Robinson as well. We'll see you guys back here at the Eldora Speedway very shortly with the Extreme Savage Pro Late Models. We'll see you guys then. Thanks a lot for watching UltimateDirtTV.